Welcome back, everyone, to Bloodlords. In our last session, we took a bit of a break for the first time in a little while. After all, you didn't get much rest between everything that happened in the Abyss, arriving in Mekatar 200 years in the past, and then making a deal with the Builders League after Lixil had arrived. You really only got a few days while waiting for Lixil with which to relax. Now, with the Secret Eaters, one of the sects of Cabriri worship, dead and gone, their leader having fled from the city after managing to deceive you, and your sponsorship with the Builders League secured, you had the time to rest, to relax, to spend the money you were given to earn some more, to begin researching on your main job right now. Of course, revenge being the goal, you do have a job that's got a time limit on it, of course. Find the Divinity Leech within the next 200 years and return it to Abraxas. Shouldn't be too difficult. Aside from the fact that, looking into it, you found sorta jack diddly shit. Because, looking into something no one else knows about isn't entirely easy when you're just talking to people at parties and hoping for the best. You did, however, find an interesting tidbit of information. Recently, a few months ago, there was a new sect of Urgathoan worship, as they tend to crop up and die out as the years go by. This new sect, however, was led by a Colo. One who, suspiciously, at their description, sounded similar to Mahari. Not exactly the same, but similar enough that when Mahari had it described to him, was able to recognize a pretty accurate description of his thought-dead father, Jackal. You've yet to see him for yourself, but potentially he may be alive, it seems. From there, you finished up your bit of rest here, and the day came of Solomon's match in the Deathless Arena. The first thing he had immediately set up for himself to do upon arriving in this city and time period, the day finally came. His match was set up between some sort of flesh-warped giant, seemingly created in a similar, perhaps, way to him. The right that this other giant seemed to offer Solomon at the start of the fight, Solomon did not partake in. None of you really heard the words that were spoken between them because of the soundproofing magic outside of the arena and the cheers and betting going on, but you all saw the giant rip out one of their hearts, toss it to Solomon, and Solomon simply drop it in the bloody pool that you all were that the contestants were standing in. What then followed was one of the quickest beatdowns and upsets in this sort of small league arena history. Something that most people expected to be a perhaps multi-minute brawl of two figures beating the ever-living shit out of each other turned into a one-sided domination of Solomon crossing the arena in moments, and in about 15-odd seconds completely killing this giant, leaving nothing behind to continue the fight, and allowing him to feast unimpeded as the officials were not in place to retrieve the body that quickly from the fight. Now, while you all were celebrating the win, some of you celebrating the money you had earned in betting, especially alongside the Bloodlord that you had seemingly made friends with, who had introduced themselves to you outside of the arena as a fellow member of the Builders League and current active Bloodlord of Geb, who wanted to be on good terms with you, who bet quite a lot on this match and was very happy to win. One of you caught sight of a strange figure on the other side of the stands. Someone wearing a mottled robe of black and crimson and yellow and gold, obscuring their features, who had pulled out a scroll, but put it away and walked into the arena hallways. Feeling a little bit suspicious about this figure, Amira, Kashmi, Mahari chased after this individual, with Mahari splitting off to chase after someone else heading towards the exit, who he thought was the figure described, only to later realize he had the description all wrong. Kashmi and Amira continued to chase this figure before coming across them seemingly arming or studying a very familiar device that had been planted in the tunnels underneath the arena. What you discovered would be called Portalrender, a device that the Secret Eaters had been working on that would take concentrated emotions as a power source and use them to open a portal to the abyss that it would then detonate, causing some massive destruction. By the way, hello, Solomon. We took a little bit of time to finish everyone's level up, so we're starting and ending a bit late tonight, if that's okay for you. We're just working on the intro right now.
It's perfectly fine for me. You go ahead and get in. Where is the server thing? It's not in the pinned anymore. Or no, here's server link. Yeah, I found it.
There's always been server link.
Sorry, I'm getting my Discord servers mixed up.
No worries. With this Portalrender being found by Amira, though, you sent out through your telepathic bond everyone not to try and disarming this, since it had taken Arant a full minute to do so, and you don't know when this will detonate. You just wanted to get everyone as far from the blast as possible. So, Amira...
Also, thank Arant.
Yes.
You did a great job.
The four of you, including Aranth, who were in the tunnels at that point, dashed for the exit of the arena. Solomon ran to Bloodlord Vethis, who was in the stands cheering you on, let her know that there was a bomb, perhaps, and she, understanding, immediately teleported out as you then continued to run yourself, Solomon, scooping up Saltpeter, who had come to congratulate you, and you all made your way out of the arena, began making your way north. Solomon a bit ahead, simply because of his speed and the fact that was the closest exit to him. The rest of you, having come out of the northeastern exit, having to circle around a little bit and being a bit behind him when the detonations occurred. What started at the arena with these massive portals being opened both in the sky and underground, unleashing this sickening tendrils of energy from the abyss itself, is in many aspects of the city right now. However, what you all know, while this looks hellish enough with the city and the minor destruction it has caused, this is not the ending. This is simply the opening of the portals. What comes next is their detonation. And that is where likely the true destruction will occur. So, as you all are currently running, I believe, heading down this main road, heading north from the Deathless Arena, Solomon, you've got Saltpeter sort of scooped up and Fireman slung over your shoulder, who just went along with it as soon as you mentioned there was a bomb. He said, okay, great, get me out of here. The rest of you are running. Is there anything you want to do right now, or are you just booking it? And specifically, I should ask, with all of these portals opening up and likely to detonate in who knows how long, where specifically are you heading?
Oh, good.
Straight up.
You're just, Solomon, you're going north? Any destination
Yeah,
in
I don't...
mind, or just running?
Just trying to create distance. He has no idea where these things are. If there's like a city gate up here, he's fully heading towards that.
The only
Otherwise,
entrances and exits you know of are to the west and east and into the water as well. And while you saw these portals opening starting in the arena, they have been opening everywhere around the city from what you're able to see. They're in the air, they're at ground level. You don't know where all of them are, but they seem planted wholly around the city, not just at the arena.
in that case, he's making a book for West Gate.
Jericho, on the map, where is Geb's palace? Like, where's his throne room? Is it in the Cinerary?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any portals forming around that?
Many. There don't appear to be any forming like half inside and half outside it, like if something was placed on its walls, but there are a large concentration of the more aerial portals sort of spawning in the sky around the Cinerarium.
Oh, this is going to wake the Ghost King up, if nothing else.
I don't care what wakes the Ghost King, I care what you guys are doing right now.
Yeah. Amira wants to head to the inn where we've been staying and where Elixir is to...
Yeah, it's close to the exit. It's on one of the first side streets off, so if you wanted to rush there, you could absolutely do so.
I don't
I'm
know.
going with my wife.
Oh.
Arantha, Mahari, what about you two?
Mahari's going to look to Aranth and, as they're, running helter-skelter. Aranth, are we following them or are we getting the hell out of here?
I am trying to see if I have any kind of like spell that can disrupt, and I don't think I do.
This is setting up to be too massive. If you wanted to, you could probably stop where you are and focus on trying to erect a barrier out of pure occult magic around you to protect yourself from the explosion. You have no idea whether that would work or not, and whether that would be a better option than just running for the exit of the city.
And we all saw what happened the last time Mom tried to make sure we didn't fucking die. I think Iranth would probably try to get the fuck out of there, but seeing as how the last time we split the party up, it went haywire, Iranth is gonna follow Kashmir and Amira.
Okay. So we've got Solomon heading directly for the exit proper. I'm just going to start placing your tokens where you guys are heading, just to help keep track. We've got Amira, Kashmir, and Aranth heading for the inn. What about you, Mahari?
I'm going to follow the ladies.
So you're going for the inn as well. Awesome. I would like everyone to give me some sort of check. What are you trying to do to speed yourself up? At this point, with the portals opening, even though it's daytime, a number of people are beginning to come out, beginning to panic, beginning to run. Notably, everyone except vampires, aside from the vampires smart enough to have like parasols with them to help protect from the sunlight that is now leaking through the torn red haze above you all. But whether it's like acrobatics to try and dodge people, athletics to just shove through, if you have some other skill you think you'd like to use that can help give you an edge to reach your destination quicker, I would like everyone to go ahead and do so here.
Okay. I'm going to use athletics.
Okay.
I've linked arcane propulsion. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, or do you want me just to roll a skill check?
If you want to say you're using your arcane propulsion here, absolutely. I believe that is a once per day ability. And it doesn't give you a better speed, but it does let you fly. So yeah, I'd let you use your once per day arcane propulsion here if you'd like, instead of making a check. As you can sort of fly over the heads of people. Whatever check you think you'd like to give me here, Solomon, to get past people faster.
Can I use diplomacy?
Barreling through people.
If Kashmir, if you want to use diplomacy and try and get people's attention and, get through them that way, absolutely.
You want me to roll athletics, or am I already out
Yeah.
the gate?
Nope. I'm just put your tokens where you are heading. Go ahead and give me that check. I need everyone to give me a check or do something here.
It's a bit early, but yeah, why not?
All right, much better.
All right. Is this
Juggernaut.
Jericho, are these rolls, does it matter if they're a fail or not, or?
I'm not going to give you any info. You are
Okay,
dealing
well,
with something you don't know when these portals are going to detonate. The choice is yours of what you want to do.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna re-roll mine.
All right. Fantastic. We love plus 10 for low rerolls. All right.
See in this campaign.
Seamless campaign. So that is, we've got regular successes effectively for Aranth and Kashmi, because Aranth is using Arcane Propulsion. Kashmi rolled well, and then we've got a crit success. We've got a regular success for Mahari as well. Crit successes for Solomon and Amira. Fantastic. All right. As people are beginning to panic and push for the city exit as well, because notably there aren't any of these portals that have formed outside of the city limits. They're all limited to within the city itself. Solomon, you make your way to the entrance. You started running quickly. You're quite fast. You barrel through people without an issue. You are able to, no issue at all, make your way to the entrance of the city and outside of it. You are completely safe unless you wanted to do anything.
Nope, I'm still carrying the guy, but he doesn't weigh enough to give me an encumbered penalty, so...
You're all good. The rest of you, making your way over to the Withered Root, the inn you've been staying at since you arrived here in Geb. You can see that the top half or so of the building is fine. The bottom half is where the issue has arisen, because there is one of these portals leaking energy that has formed seemingly in the bottom floor of the inn, cutting off the entire entrance from being accessed. The upper floors look like they're fine from where you are, but the bottom floor has a bomb seemingly planted dead in the middle of it.
Seeing this, Amira will call over the telepathic bond. Solomon, once you dump your friend, I know you're already out, but we could use some help at the inn. It's...
Yeah. You don't know where I am.
You have the telepathic bond.
Does that give our location, or just allow us to talk?
It just allows you to talk.
Oh, well, then Amira will just say, we could use your help at the inn. If you're okay coming back in, I don't know.
Get out.
Not until we get Lixel.
What are the rest of you doing?
It's not... I used my turn, though, so... I don't know how
Right.
this is...
So, Jericho, our rooms at the inn were on the second floor, correct?
They were on the second floor, that is correct.
Okay, and the portal for me has completely just basically knife cut the bottom of it.
It seems to be filling it. If you wanted to spend a minute here and give me a perception check, you could try and see if, like, through a window or the doorway, if there's a way to get to the staircase where the portal hasn't been overfilling it. Hell, if you wanted to try and just push through the energy of the portal, though, to make it to the stairs, you could do that. I won't stop you.
Is Aranth still flying?
Let's see. How long does Arcane Propulsion last here?
I think it's like
5 minutes, right?
Minutes.
I'd
just
say
for
you
out
probably
of
have
character...
a minute left of that, yeah.
Just for out-of-character planning, what would you have Solomon do in this situation?
Well, like, Amira's not
Jesus
going to push it. She understands that Solomon has a sense of self-preservation. She is going to request that Solomon come back to the inn.
Well, Well, no,
But,
what he's asking is what I'm asking is like, what would you have him do
Ooh.
if he was able to make it there? Because I can't
Um,
disarm any of this, and I don't know what else you would have him do over there.
she's just thinking if things pop out of the portals, to have somebody nearby who can punch things good.
Right. Well, if these things are detonating, though, then I don't think anything's going to come out of them. Unless it's
Okay.
after the explosion.
Yeah, they haven't
Also-
been releasing creatures. They've just been releasing energy right now.
Okay.
Very disgusting, like corrupting energy, but no creatures have been coming out. You guys know from your examination, the purpose of these portals is to be created and to detonate. They are not meant to allow creatures to go through
Okay.
them.
Okay.
That's why you're saying get out, because there's going to be a bomb going off.
Yeah, sorry. If that's the case, I misunderstood. Then Amira would not be requesting Solomon's assistance. I misunderstood.
Okay, so
If you wanted
on
him to clear a path for you, he'd be more than willing to turn back and do that for you.
Yeah, I think Amira might request assistance in that. Like, if he can bust down some walls to help us get through.
So on that vein of planning above table, so is the plan to go into the inn, get Lixel, and then beeline it for the
Yes.
exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe gather some belongings if we have any, but not spend too much time on that.
Okay. Jericho, that perception check you said I could make, would that, if I succeed, would it give me a rough estimate of how fast these things are growing, or can I just tell that by looking at them as we ran?
The portals don't look like they're necessarily... you know what? I'd actually like anyone who wants to give me a recall knowledge roll here.
Yeah. I'll do it.
That's probably going to be the most important rather than portal growth. Aranth, perfect role for you, since you're the one who's disabled one of these. You understand how it's supposed to work. The size of the portal does not matter. It's the amount of energy that comes out of them. And contrary to what might make sense, the size of the portal does not equate to the amount of energy it can release. This is wholly a time thing. The longer the portals last, the more energy they're able to excrete and thus detonate. So, at this point in time, it's only been around 4 minutes or so since they've first detonated and created the portals. They could make some pretty big explosions at this point. Nothing likely life-threatening to you at this point, but still pretty dangerous. The longer you take, the more deadly these explosions are going to get. Portal size, though, does not matter.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
Aran. So does she know that so these portals are just popping up at random, but would she maybe know that they are kind of interlinked, so kind of like a fuse?
It is very likely. Amira saw the figure holding a scroll and managed to surmise that scroll was the detonator to all of these. All of them have gone off at the same time, so it's very likely that all of the portals will detonate at the same time. That scroll is absolutely the detonator. Where that person is, though, and where the scroll is, you guys have no clue. You chose to run instead of chasing after them any further.
Could I try to... I'd like to try and maybe do this to see if she can locate the scroll.
And
That's
if
a
they're
10-minute cast time.
that's
Son of a
10.
Bitch! Never
If
mind.
you want to do that, Aranth, you are welcome to.
No.
You don't know how long it'll take before these go off.
Okay,
So if you think you can risk 10 minutes...
Oh, God, Mari.
Does Amira believe that Lixel is essential to us finding the Divinity Leech? Like, would she have expressed that in our conversations at any point?
No, that's not something Amira would have said. Amira feels a very close emotional connection to Lixel because of the fact that she was the only one loyal to us after 200 years of imprisonment. So Amira's desire to save Lixel is purely on an emotional level.
Okay.
Mr. Jericho, 2 quick questions. Do I see any more of these portals near the inn? Like, in the neighborhood around the inn?
The next closest one is probably around 120 to 150 feet away.
Okay, that's still pretty close.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest that maybe one of our classers could disable just this one, but that's
You guys
still
don't know
really
how to
close.
disable them now that the portals have been
Ew.
formed.
That's
You
true.
were able to siphon the energy out of the core of the bombs before it detonated. Shutting off an active portal is something you don't have experience with, so that's another thing you could certainly try and do.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth it when there's other portals so nearby. Sorry, go ahead, Mahari.
I was gonna ask.
In which 120 feet from where you guys are, by the way, is like this building.
Would
Is
Arantha
Lixel worth the possibility of one of us going kaput?
I mean,
Oh crap! He just flipped his hourglass. That's 2 minutes in real
God.
time, I think.
Oh, you don't
Okay.
know how many minutes my hourglass is. That's the best part.
I say yes because we need her to be there in 200 years so that we can be at this point.
Yeah.
Also, can Nix just fly up and like
Yeah, I was
look in the wind, like, and get her?
You do have about a
Out
minute
the
left on
window.
your flight, Aranth.
Okay. So
Just like Peter Pan, that shit, bust in the window.
yeah, it's like, hey, Wendy.
Amira would like to join Aranth in this.
How are you flying? Oh, vapor form.
Yeah. I would
I want
use
to fly.
bat form, but it's
Oh
Now,
hard.
keep in
man,
mind, that's only a fly speed of 10 feet in vapor form.
Yeah,
So
I
it is
know, but
pretty slow.
But the second floor is only like what, 20 feet up?
Yeah, you'll still get there pretty quickly. You won't necessarily be able to break the window, but you could fly up, albeit a bit delayed behind Aranth's
no.
positioning.
I have a climb speed. I don't need to fly.
so do you remember how I picked that thing that wasn't flying? Because I was like, I am never going to use flying. Can I change it? I want to fly. You were right. I was wrong. I'm an idiot.
You don't want to come back in 2d4 days if you die?
I mean, I do, but also I really feel like flying might actually come in handy.
Now that we're in a situation where we need to fly.
Nope.
I literally was. I had the thought. I'm like, would I never fly. I would never need that. I already can fly.
And Jericho just punked you.
Mahari, how do you feel about you using athletics to climb up after us? Or maybe you want to stay down on the ground to, like,
No.
keep Kashmi safe, or...
I counter. How about you use athletics to just yeet me the fuck up there? I'm incorporeal. I don't weigh anything.
Oh my God, just
hold on.
fucking
Why don't we just have
Yeah.
Why don't we just have Aranth fly
All
up,
of this is hilarious.
see if
Really
Lixel's in there, and then if she is, signal Lixel to come out through the window, and I'll catch her as she jumps out.
Oh, look at that. Pretty and smart, Mahari.
I will say one thing here is Amira is not in her rational mind right now, so she is not going to be making rational decisions. If she gets up to that window and Aranth and her don't see Lixel in that room, she is going to go through the window and try to find her.
Good thing you're slow.
I mean, that's what I was gonna do anyway. I was just gonna have Aranth, like, propel up there and punch open the window, and if Lixel was there, be like, you need to get the fuck out now, thank you, and then 86 the fuck out of there is what the plan was. But
Okay.
I also need to, I think I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and do the locate spell.
You want to do locate?
Yeah.
That's what. Okay, so you're gonna cast a 10-minute spell while the city's blowing up?
And it's not even going to give it to us. Like, if it were going to give it to us, then that would be different. But we have to still go find it.
Well, Let me ask this question, Mr. Jericho. From the time we found the bomb to now, how much time has passed?
You probably still have another 30 seconds on Arant's fly, so it's been about 4.5 minutes since the portal started appearing.
Yeah, I...
Okay, so Aranth, just fly up and see if Lixel's up there.
Okay.
Amira will climb up behind Aranth.
Okay. So you are not going to cast Locate Aranth.
Amira, is your climb speed faster than my fly speed?
My climb speed is 15.
No, you're the fastest person we have right now, Aranth.
Son of a bitch, I hate being important.
Mm.
In
Yeah,
times of
but
duress.
I mean, it's gonna take me like 4 seconds to climb up to the second floor.
Yeah.
So my fly
You both would
speed.
get there in a very similar amount of time. Kashmi, the issue with your fly speed is you are stuck connected to the ground right now. That's why taking the fly feats aren't a bad idea, because that lets you disconnect and fly at whatever height you want. But right now, your fly speed is more so just the fact that you hover a few inches off the ground.
I have quick climb, but I'm outside the city.
Yeah.
So where in the building is the bomb?
Bottom floor, where the entrance is in the tap room.
So there is just at the base of the stairs bomb portal. So
if
there's
you guys,
now-
if you guys haven't taken that time to really take a good look and see if there's a way to get around the portal on the ground floor, if you wanted to spend a minute or so, like 30 seconds to a minute looking, you absolutely could. You can also just try and walk through it. You know the portal isn't meant to traverse realms aside from the transfer of energy, so theoretically you can move through it, just if you're willing to subject yourself to that energy. You don't know what it will do.
Kashmi, I think wait until Aranth and I get eyes on the room, and if Lixel's not in there, then we can work from there.
That's my thought, is if you guys are going to be looking upstairs, is there still a downstairs space that she could be in that isn't portal, that I could peek my head through the wall, do a little looky-loo? But like, if it's all portal, then I won't waste my time doing that.
You're going to have to spend a little bit looking to try and confirm that. Arantz has made her decision. She wants to cast Locate here, since it won't take much longer for Amira to climb than for her to work on casting. She doesn't have to do the entire casting. If it looks like the bombs are going to go off, you can always stop your own casting of these spells.
Okay, that's...
You are not
she
stuck
can
in place.
Cancel, and that's fine. Okay.
Are you locating the scroll, or are you locating Lixel?
The scroll.
Oh, Aranth is back.
Okay, so go ahead, Amira.
Yep.
Walk up there and see if Lixel's up there.
Yep, that
Amira's
is
gonna
what
start
Amira shall
climbing.
do.
Aranth is going to cast Mahari and Aranth. What are the two of you? Or Mahari and Kashmi, what are the two of you doing? Actually, it takes seconds for Amira to go up and look. I'll let you do that first to give you guys more info.
Okay, yeah. Amira's gonna climb up to look, see is there a Lixel in
Give me a quick
the room.
perception check.
Oh boy.
No, fuck it, no pressure.
The windows are heavily tinted for vampires' sake, of course, in most buildings.
Yeah.
In Meccatar.
I do have dark vision. If
I'm
that
aware.
Matter. Okay.
Taking a look through the window, you know goes to your room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see Lixel.
Okay.
You also see the door hanging broken on one hinge.
Hanging in or hanging out?
In.
Fuck. Okay.
You don't notably see blood.
Okay.
Could you smell it?
The window's shut right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Amira's gonna call that out over the telepathic bond, and ask Solomon again because there might be people trying to do bad things to Lixel, and we might need his punch abilities.
Are you saying that there's a threat inside there?
Potentially. Somebody broke into our room from the outside.
Are they still there?
No, not presently.
Well, when the bombs went off, doesn't that create an explosion? Couldn't that have blown the door in?
No, the
Maybe.
bomb hasn't gone off yet.
The bombs have just
bomb is-
created the portal, which is a violent act on its own, but there's been no detonation yet, and you notably don't see the portal on this floor. Amira, with that perception check,
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
who's rolling right now? How you rolling?
I had it up, and then I pulled it up again, and didn't realize I already had it up. I'm sorry.
No worries. You can faintly through the window, Amira. It's distorted. You can hear the sound of metal clashing.
Okay, yeah, there's somebody fighting in there. Please, folks. Let's...
Okay. Jericho, as soon as Mahari hears that over the bond, he goes through the ground level. He steps through.
Yeah, that was. Oh, you're just walking through the portal?
I'm walking through the energy that is coming up to get up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing, Aranth? Or not Aranth, I'm sorry, Kashmi.
My perception check was to see if there was an around.
You do not see any around with that check, unfortunately.
How does my guy Mahari look walking through the
Oh, we're gonna get
jib
to that
jab?
here in a moment. I'm getting up his fortitude save button, don't worry.
Oh, God!
That should be our DC. Alright, Mahari. Give me that fortitude save.
Do I get my symbol of conflict?
What does that specifically provide here?
It gives me a circumstance bonus against holy and unholy effects.
This would count as unholy, yes.
Okay.
I do not know how to add traits to button rolls right now.
Okay.
Very nice. Okay. As you step into this energy, Mahari, you can feel it coiling around you. There are heavily corrosive properties to this. They're not illusory, this is more acidic in nature, so you're fairly certain wherever realm of the abyss these portals are going to, it's not where you were. It's not Pleroma.
Okay.
But it is still trying to directly melt you while you are wading through it. However, thankfully, the energy at this moment in time is not concentrated enough in order to actively injure you. You are able to push through it, although it slows you down a little bit. It's effectively difficult terrain for all intents and purposes. It is not sickening or injuring you like it might do to others who try and push through it. So you are able to get through the ground floor area where you can see this sort of corrosive purple energy has begun eating away at the walls, the bar, the tables, and the chairs and all of that, and make it to the stairs. By this point, you can also hear the sound of multiple blades clashing. Notably, while you were wading through the energy, all sound was cut off.
Okay. And then as soon as I step out,
Sound
boom,
comes
sound
back.
comes back.
Yep.
Okay.
Kashmi, you saw Mahari struggle a bit to push through the energy, but seemed fine.
So if Amira's saying that there's a threat and battle's going, that changes things because that's something we can actually help with.
Yeah.
So as I get to the gate, can I just kind of hop Saltpeter off my back and run back?
Yeah, absolutely. You throw Saltpeter to the ground. He gives you an inquisitive look, but doesn't even really have time to get a question out as you turn around and sprint back towards the main building. I'd actually say you were probably outside for a solid 30 seconds to a minute, because you were ahead of everyone. You rolled a crit success on your check, so they also then stood around for 30 seconds or so outside of the inn debating what to do. So it's probably, you've been out there for like a minute, but then when you get the call that there are threats to be had, you are able to turn around, run back in to make your way on over to the withered root, and as you make your way over, it's not terribly difficult to get there. You see both Kashmi and Aranth standing outside. Aranth feasibly in the middle of a spell. Amira, were you shattering the glass of the window?
Yeah, Amira's gonna try and punch the glass and get through.
Go ahead and either give me an unarmed attack or an athletics check, whether you want to try and break it or force it open.
Yeah.
The obstacle magical force
of this this portal?
Yeah, can I pass through, or is it like considered magical force?
It is not a magical force. This is more simply a hazardous sort of terrain at the moment. It's like walking through rotten soup.
What time of day is it?
Right now, that is a great question. It is late evening, a little after 8 p.m.
Go ahead, finish, Kashmi.
Fuck this shit.
Kashmi's turning into a dragon. All right.
I can fly.
Fantastic. Which type of dragon are you turning into?
Oh, I didn't know I had to pick. Hold on. I thought I...
If you want the simple option, the Mirage Dragon is the only type of dragon you guys have actively seen up until now. That is the type you fought in the Abyss. But you could
Amantina's fun because of the resistance, though.
Okay, well, I am a dragon that's flying up, and while everybody else picks, then I'll pick.
Okay. Amira, go ahead and give me your roll.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask, devise a stratagem says choose a creature I can see, but could I use it on the window as, like, I try and find the weak spot or something?
No.
Okay.
I like the idea, but no.
Okay. That's okay, because that means I get to use a hero point here if things go bad. Okay.
It's not a great roll.
Yep, 2 hero points when we've only been going an hour.
That's a much better roll. Go ahead and roll critical damage for me.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Or technically, it should actually be regular damage. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me that. And I roll critical damage anyways.
I'm going to say regular damage for now. These are reinforced windows. It might take more than a single punch to break it. Especially because
I try to climb up and smash my head through it.
Well, you're getting there still, Solomon. This is
okay.
As Amira's calling you
happening.
over, she's immediately starting to punch the moment you start to run. Time's a little nebulous at the moment. Let me do my best here.
I understand. I'm not judging.
I know.
So let me know if that breaks, because I have a secondary plan. Okay.
Because precision damage isn't going to do anything here.
Yeah.
You also wouldn't actually technically get strategic strike on it since you were not devising a stratagem.
Do I feel like I could slip in if I went into vapor form now? Is there enough like space between the construction?
I'm a dragon. I'm gonna bust that window the fuck down in like a second.
Yeah. That's Amira will just try and climb sideways so that her wife can just bust through the window.
So you've punched the window once, and you've seen the crack spiderweb slightly, but you know it would probably take another 2 to 3 punches to get it open. And below you see the form of Kashmi immediately beginning to balloon out and grow wings, the signature vision of her turning into a dragon right now. So you start spidering out of the way to allow her to come up and destroy the wall and get in. Mahari, you're at the bottom of the steps right now. What are you doing? Do you want to take a minute to listen, or are you just charging up? What are you doing?
I'm just going up.
You're just going up. Okay.
I'm going up.
Fantastic. As you begin mounting the stairs, running up to the second floor, the sound of clashing blades grows louder in your ears. And as you mount the steps and sort of swing the corner, you can immediately see in the doorway of the first few rooms and spilling into the hallway, there is a large engagement going on right now. There is Lixel. You see her. She's slightly bloody, has her blade out though. She doesn't seem to be struggling too much per se, but there are 5 individuals right now who you're fairly certain that's what you would look like if you hadn't managed to resist the corrosive energy of the portal. Their bodies are horribly scarred and deformed right now. Patches of their flesh all the way through their bones have been entirely melted, and this hazy purple energy is holding them together, acting as muscles and ligaments, seemingly empowering their forms enough that they are putting up a fight with blades. They have this crazed look. Their irises are fractured in their eyes as one of them turns and looks to you as you come up behind them, growling at you. What do you do?
How far am I away from the nearest one?
7-8 feet.
My Spirit Thrasher is going to come down on this fucker's skull.
Fantastic. Give me that attack roll. Kashmir, you're ripping off the side of the wall of the building.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me... so drag the type of dragon you want onto your token, because that'll actually give you the dragon form effect. And then once you have that, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
What was the thing about... What is force?
Force is just a damage type. Most of the time.
My brain is telling me that force is very rarely...
That is correct.
Okay, that's the one I want to be.
Okay. What is that one?
It's the second
there it
one,
is
I think.
for the damage, Jericho.
Thank you. Give me a moment. That's a lot of damage.
It's a fortune.
And the
fortune dragon. Okay.
Yeah, I can't find me.
For future reference, I should say, I'm typically, when it comes to transforming, I'm going to recommend you guys transform into things your character for sure knows about. But for now, go ahead and take Fortune Dragon. Because it doesn't really make sense to transform into something you don't know about.
Can I counter and give you a recall knowledge roll, and you can tell me if I've ever, in my vast memories, seen a Fortune Dragon?
You know what? Sure. That's a perfect counter. Unfortunately, it's a very poor roll for the counter.
All right, well then, I guess I'm the other kind of dragon then.
I'll let you go with it for now, because I didn't state that preference in advance, but I do also like your option of rolling a recall knowledge about it in the future as well, to see if you know or have seen something different that you could go into. But for now, we can also say in your panic and wanting to get Lixil and help Amira, you dredge up a memory you don't even know you had and manage to transform into that type of dragon. Go ahead and give me an athletics check as you beat your wings once. Actually, you don't even have to fly. You could probably just reach up and try and gouge through the wall where the window is.
And Jericho, for the first time from my crit, zap 2 of the other guys.
Fantastic. All right. Around this time, Solomon, you're arriving as you see Amira, not actually Kashmir Rant on the ground. You see Amira sort of like holding on to the side of the wall near where your guys' room is. You see Aranth on the ground near the front door, magic swirling around her as she casts a spell, and you see a massive dragon that you probably inherently recognize is Kashmir, currently tearing through the second floor wall, and you see that purplish haze of energy spilling out of the ground floor as well. What do you do as you arrive?
In the telepathic bond, did she say it was on the second floor?
I would assume so.
I guess he's just gonna leap onto the wall, start climbing for the window.
Fantastic. Do you have a climb speed?
I have quick climb, so I don't have climb speed yet, but I have bonuses to my climb speed.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me that athletics check. It's going to be really easy because Kashmir just tore open a part of the wall. So you're probably going to get there in a single check. But just, give it to me for the sake of it. Yeah, that is easy enough to, like, jump onto Kashmi's, like, clawed leg that's still on the ground and use that to vault yourself up to the now, like, floor of the second floor that is open to the wind and pull yourself up into the room. As Amira, you're able to walk into your guys' room as well, with Kashmi having destroyed the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the armbands and quick climb on top
Yeah.
of the crit success. It's basically a climb speed at that point.
Pretty much. Mahari, your thresher slams down, splits open the head of the guy, and immediately singes it with electrical energy that it lances out of the two halves of his head into two other creatures and zaps them a bit as well, causing them to seize up and the other nearby figures to get quick blows on them as well. Lixel, seeing you at this point. Mahari, good to see you. What the fuck is going on?
The city is being attacked. There is a bomb underneath this building. We need to go.
Fuck me. All right. Solomon and Amira, the two of you are in the room of... That was your guys'. As you see the door hanging open, you can hear the sounds of combat. Your room was around a corner. It sounds like it's close by, but you don't see it actively.
Well, yeah, Amira
So-
will... Oh, good.
I was gonna ask, is it on the other side of the wall?
No, it's more so, like... There was a big hallway, and for the second floor, there's a main hallway and a few branching hallways. You guys were sort of at the end of the hallway down one of the branches. This sounds like it's coming from the main hallway.
And did you want a Kool-Aid man, Solomon?
If it's will help, yes.
You can
I would
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid.
Man at an angle through, like, two walls to try and get to where it is. If you want to
Please.
try that.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Oh,
Do
yes.
it. Kool-Aid man.
What would that be?
That's another
force
athletics
open?
check. Yeah, to force open. The wall.
Do you have your chair?
Not out, but I do have it.
Oh, it's a very good roll, too. Okay. Amira, are you going around, or are you going to try and just follow through the hole Solomon makes when you see him look at the wall and just charge towards it?
Like, Amira is getting ready to go around, but then she sees Solomon doing this, and she's like, all right, may as well use the shortcut.
Fantastic. All
The
right.
fastest way to any point is a straight line.
Hearing the sounds, Solomon, knowing it's around the corners, and just immediately in your head, you know what direction you have to head to reach it in a straight line, because that's what you are built to do. Get straight at your target and tear them to shreds. You turn, line yourself up, and beeline through the walls without any hesitation, just shattering the wood and bone construction behind you. As you come tearing through the second wall, Amira close behind you, you reach forward and grab the neck of this strange, corroded-looking ghoul and pull him off of Lixel's blade that he had just been impaled on as you charge past. There's only one more of these, like, corroded-looking figures. Amira, what are you doing as you come behind Solomon?
Or dash.
No! You're on mute?
We can't hear you, Amira.
Oh, I'm sorry. Amira is going to grab Lixel by the arm and start pulling her towards the room and the broken window and say, we're leaving now. We are leaving.
Interesting.
Let's ride the dragon carriage. Because I'm huge, right?
At the moment, you are large.
How
So-
many of my friends can I carry?
Really, technically, you wouldn't mainly be able to carry any of them, because what you can bulk carry hasn't changed, because your strength modifier hasn't changed. You could, at the very least, like, help them slide down out of the building, but if you wanted to try and pick them up and fly them out of here, it would be very slow going.
No, I like dragon slide. That's
Okay.
that's my favorite
If you want to be a
thing.
dragon slide for them, you can.
I do.
Amira, Lixel is going to seemingly try and stand her ground. There is only one more of these perceived enemies left. She doesn't necessarily say anything immediately, but she does seem interested in taking down the foe and trying to get everyone out of here. If you want to
Okay.
try and force her to come with you, whether that's diplomatically or
Yeah.
through force, you can do that. But
Just kill it.
Yeah, Amira's gonna be like, okay, fine, and she's just going to draw her rapier and try and kill this thing as quickly as she can.
okay, give me that attack roll.
May I devise here? Since it is a
Yes,
creature
this is
way.
related. You get the free action device.
Okay, please God, let me meet her.
The dice gods.
I'm just gonna target Solomon for this, because it's not... Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Let me know what it's gonna look like. Wait. What? Device? Device, please? Okay. Well, it hit Solomon.
That would hit the target, not crit.
Okay.
Also
hope
not
so.
in my stance.
Yeah.
That hits
base level Solomon.
unsuspecting Solomon.
Solomon
A
while
very
he's
good
sleeping.
damage roll, though. Okay. With that sort of roll, I'd say, yeah, between all of you guys working together, the other people that are fighting as well, all of you are able to quickly dispatch these sort of corrupted individuals. Very likely were unfortunately down in the bar area when this portal tore open. And it seemingly corroded and corrupted both their bodies and their minds, and just turned them into these violent machines.
If there's other people still here, then Amira will shout out their, window over in this room. It's busted. There's a dragon slide for you.
Yeah, they
Get
can.
out of here.
Everyone can see through the walls that Solomon Kool-Aid Man threw, and see like the head of Kashmir currently like stretched up to the second floor.
I did not volunteer to be everybody's dragon slide.
You don't have to be. They could just think that, and then you could just let them face plant on the concrete. That's their problem.
Aranth, can you go ahead and give me an occultism check? I just want to see if you can maybe cast the spell a little bit faster in this situation. If you can force with this influx of rampant energy, if you can get some of that to work for you. It did not need to be blind. That would not be a success. It won't do anything for failing, but if you want to hero point it and succeed, it will potentially speed up the casting of the spell. The choice is yours.
I feel like as a collective, we've already blown through a lot of hero points, so I feel like you should embrace it and roll again.
I don't know why.
Because when you
I'm
hero
killing
point a roll
myself.
that was blind, it makes it the same. Here's the good news
Oh.
for you, Aranth. A 33 was the DC.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Great.
just
Alright.
barely succeeded at this.
I'll take that.
And you managed
I'll
to
take it.
shave a bit of time off that while everyone else is focused on this, you're able to complete the magic. And you are
Nice.
able to pinpoint where the specific scroll that should detonate this magic is.
Where is it?
It's right behind you.
Oh.
It's on the roof of the next building over.
Oh my god!
I get to Hulk leap after this.
God, our fucking icons are like, I can't even.
They're all in the way a little bit. Let me move some people. So if this is the withered root specifically,
Okay.
it's coming from this building.
Okay.
You can look over there if you'd like.
Yeah. Arantha's gonna look at it and see if she sees the person that was holding it with the scroll.
Yeah, you see this figure currently standing atop the roof adorned in this, let's be honest, kind of ugly cloak of mottled yellow and gold and crimson and black. If you'd like to give me a perception check to try and discern some of their features, you may.
And then
DC's
is
gonna be
this
pretty
one
high.
blind?
Yes, this should be blind.
All right, boys and girls, gaze on
I,
these.
I want you to know, Aranth, that we spent like 30 minutes after the session ended trying to guess who this is, so if you get information, we will all love you. Forever.
I'm not going to tell you how good or bad that roll is. All I will ask you, would you like to hero point it?
Better pick.
I hate you, Jericho.
Choice is
Don't do it.
yours.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh my
Don't.
god, I can't work under peer pressure.
Okay, sorry.
Quick, do the opposite of what they're saying then. Use a hero point.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever.
All right.
No, save it. No, do what you want. You make the right
Like-
choices. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole.
Guys.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nix was
yeah.
right about one thing already. That
Yes.
we need to let them be right about other things too.
Yeah, fuel Rant's ego some more. Shit.
But Jericho's a shitter. He's just a shitter who shits politely.
Let's hurry this up.
What are you doing, Aranth?
No, I'm not gonna hero point it.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
You don't notice any of their features. All you can see is the robe and the scroll.
I
in
hate
their
you guys.
hand.
I hate you guys. I'm never
Hey, I
listening to you guys
advertised the
ever
other
again.
option.
I know. I'm never listening to the majority ever again. But as soon as she's able to pinpoint it, she points and she says, is Kashmi outside? Because she's a fucking
Kashmi's
dragon.
right next to you with her head like craned up to be a slide for people coming out in the next couple seconds.
Well,
I have
she's
100
gonna.
foot fly speed though, so if you tell me where this fucker is, I could probably fly there.
Okay, so Irantha's gonna like put her hand on Kashmi's side and then like point up to the building and say, "Look, and let her and everybody else know that the bad guy holding the detonator's up on the roof over there."
Is Amira out by this point?
No, this is as you guys are fighting inside
Okay.
and getting to people.
Understood.
So this is something only Aranth and maybe Kashmi can do something about. If you want to not act as a slide for people, Kashmi, and potentially try and do something about this person with the detonator, you can. And I should mention, Aranth, the scroll is unfurled at the moment. This is not like they're just holding it in their hand. They have it seemingly ready to activate at any moment right now.
Can I target this person and use Phantasmal Killer?
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Boy.
Critical success.
Stop it.
I have no spells. I can only dragon.
I have no spells and I must dragon.
But Dragon can use manipulates, though.
Go ahead and roll damage for me, Aranth.
Oh my god, what?
Okay. Aranth, would you join me in another voice chat here for a minute?
Yeah.
We're gonna move into the Drowned Shores voice chat just because that's
Okay.
close by. I'll see the rest
Okay.
of you in a minute.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hi!
So, here's the thing. I asked you to roll damage, but they crit succeeded on their save.
Okay.
As the magic hits them, though, there is they shift a bit, in response to being hit by magic. Everyone's going to react to it. Something about the way they move feels familiar, though.
Don't do this to me.
Don't do this to me.
Would you give me a recall knowledge if you would like to try and figure out who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to hero point this?
Yeah.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll again. Mainly subtract a hero point. If it is a 10 or lower, I will know to add 10 to it. That's hilarious. It was the exact same roll.
Oh, okay.
This time you get a plus 10, though.
Nice. Okay. Don't do this to me.
This is going to be a little interesting. I'm going to pause the recording here for a moment so none of the other players can watch this and know, because I want everyone else to be surprised. So, to anyone else watching, you're going to have to be surprised as well, and I apologize for that, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'll see you all in a minute. And welcome back, everyone. I apologize for that pausing, but just to give you a moment here, I'm heading back into the main chat to see everyone's reactions, and let's go catch up with them.
No, she's not dead.
I'm
Jericho is
back.
Aranth dead.
No, I'm not. Arantha's not dead. Well, you're all about to be here in a second, potentially.
What?
Well, while she does that, can I steal time?
Ooh. Go for it. Go ahead and put that in chat for me. If that is what you would like to do to this person, to try and slow them down, as you try and steal their time and Aranth casts an aggressive spell at them.
Wait, are we outside now? I thought Kashmir was... I don't know where anyone is right now.
You guys are still inside. Kashmir is outside because she was acting as a slide. Aranth cast a spell on this person with the detonator. Kashmir's trying to steal time, which is not a spell. It just does spell effects. It's from her relic, so she can do it while it polymorphed. Unfortunately, they are going to crit succeed at this. And with 2 aggressive actions coming at them, they're going to detonate.
Oh, no, not like this, not like this.
So, I need everyone, not just those of you inside of the building, to go ahead and give me here a reflex
Fortitude
save. Oh no,
reflex.
This is going to be reflex.
I have a
Fireball.
question.
I have an answer for you.
I don't know if this is something I
have
could
a button
do,
for you.
but
Give me a moment, people.
since I'm right next to Lixel inside, is it possible to either take additional damage or get a penalty or something,
try
and
and shield
wrap
her?
wrap my body around her like a meat shield?
Oh, goodness. You know what? If you want to roll twice and take the worst result, I will let Lixel roll twice and take the better results on their check.
Sure.
Aranth, I was going to go with your 27, even though you didn't use the button, which would be a regular failure, not a crit failure, whether you would like to hero point that or not.
Well, I got 2 4, so it didn't
41
matter.
was a regular success.
Yes.
I rolled into a critical failure.
Mahari,
I literally-
not the nat 1.
Yep.
I
the nat
literally
one.
rolled 2 4s.
Well, it's a good thing that our people with the highest health are the people rolling poorly on this. Aranth, that's a regular failure for you. If you'd like to hero point it or not is up to you.
Wait, or Jericho, is this one of those weird situations where I rolled a nat 1, but the roll that I got was a success, so it bumps it to a failure?
Well, it was
If you roll a nat 1 on a hero point
a
that gives you the
32
10,
is still
it still
a failure.
does.
Okay,
Still
so I
does
just
worse
crit failed.
results.
If it was if the 32 was a success, it would have made it a failure instead of a crit fail. But a 32 was a regular failure, so even with the plus 10 from it, it's still a nat 1, bumps it down to a crit fail.
All right, well, let's prepare for this.
Aranth, are you
So-
keeping your roll or not?
Since she's right next to me, any chance she's on the side that's... I mean, it would make sense that she would be away from the portal. Could my body be...
You have to remember, Kathy,
Cover?
this is not the only portal. This city is full of these portals right now. Position, if you're in the city, does not particularly matter.
I hate this game.
I know.
Amira, if I die, I'm blaming you.
It's okay. I have an idea. I have an idea.
If I die, you better resurrect me as a skeleton so I can finish this.
I have an idea. Don't worry.
Aranth, are you keeping your roll? I have the damage ready to roll, but I want to give you last confirmation. Okay.
All right,
Double
let's
damage
go.
to Mahari
Oh!
and Solomon.
Okay.
Oh, I take double damage. Oh, fuck.
I'm downed, but that only just got rid of all of my health.
Yeah, I'm down too.
It's a very good roll on the dice.
I'd launch out like a catapult, right? It's a meteor striking into the ground.
Kashmi and Amira. Amira, why'd you deal full damage to yourself?
I'm brainless. I'm sorry.
Aranth takes full damage, but only Mahari and Solomon fall unconscious. I do have to roll for Lixel, though.
Oh, she better fucking survive this bullshit.
Well, she gets advantage because I meat shielded her.
She does, but you have to remember, this is the timeline where Lixel's only level 4. This isn't 200 years in the future where she was level 12.
Yeah, well, there's nothing else I could have done.
Can I pre-gift Lixel a hero point?
Maybe. Well, she
But
has
she's
advantage,
already getting
so,
a fortune
yeah,
effect.
She already has a fortune effect. I have physical dice here, because I don't actually have Lixel's level 4 stat sheet anymore, it seems. I might have deleted that. Let me check, actually. Did I have that in the old characters folder?
I like how her artwork was used in the remaster for the Oracle dedication.
Oh, yeah, it's very funny. I think it's used for the champion dedication in the remaster. Or, no, it's Oracle dedication or champion dedication. I think it's champion dedication.
It's champion. Yeah.
Oh, champion? Okay.
She's supposed to be like a desecrator champion.
Yeah.
I think.
Boy, that fits.
I had just leveled up her level 4 stat sheet, so I don't have it anymore. So I'm gonna have to roll manually, and we'll see.
I swear, if this was, if I wasted myself,
she needs a nat 20 to succeed here.
To succeed?
She's got this.
She's level 4.
Oh!
She's a rock star. She's a hero among women. She's got this.
All right, Jenna. All right. So
There's a 20 on every dice. Go, Lixel.
she didn't make it.
she doesn't get a 20. Can it be storyboarded that I landed on her when we got launched out of the building?
She didn't make it. All right, so
Okay. Nope. I have a plan. I have a plan.
That is
Don't
a
worry.
crit fail from Elixir,
Okay.
which means 198 damage.
she dead.
That's massive damage for her health pool. So, Lixel and basically everyone else aside from you guys, as this bomb detonates, vanishes.
Okay.
Okay, just wake us up so we can get out of here.
Who has?
Amira,
Yes.
Kashmi, Arant, the three of you. Well, Kashmi and Arant, you two watch as the scroll in the figure's hands begins to glow briefly and then vanish. And the next thing any of you notice is pure white light. A searing heat and pain hits you as your very body begins to corrode, melting on you. Amira and Kashmi, the two of you manage to stay standing without much issue, even as the building you're in is leveled. Actually, no. Sorry, I forgot. This doesn't level the building. The building is damaged, but the energy in this is more so designed for the destruction of creatures than objects. So there's still the property damage you dealt to it, but and some of the energy did corrode the building in a sense, but more so it is just burns and melted flesh and damaged clothing that you sport. Aranth, you're still standing, though, heavily injured from the blast, as not just some of the energy hit you, but there might be some mental trauma as well from what you and I discussed that's hurting you right now.
Oh, jeez.
As the light fades, though, Kashmi and Aranth, you notice the figure on the rooftop is gone. Whether they teleported, went invisible, or were erased by the explosion, you don't know. Amira, inside of the building, you have the unconscious and very badly burned bodies of Mahari and Solomon with you, and nothing left of anyone else. They have seemingly been melted to nothing from this explosion of energy.
So the question I have, do we remember who has the potion from the abyss?
No, nobody remembers.
I believe
There's
that
no
is in Kashmir's
potion
body right now.
from the abyss.
Okay.
I have no.
Seeing this, okay. Amira's gonna pull out a couple of oils of unlife and slather them onto Mahari and Solomon.
Sure.
But then is going to silently and stoically head outside of the building, give Kashmi like a dead ass stare, and we'll just say, Kashmi, give me the potion.
Go ahead and roll the healing for Mahari and Solomon.
This was a trap all along. She wanted to get us out of the picture so she could use it for her own ends.
Yes, it was me all along. Okay, sorry.
I honestly wouldn't put it past her at this point.
Can't we
No,
scoop
it's
up
also-
some of? Sorry, go ahead.
It's an alternate version of her.
Okay. So Mahari, and then Solomon.
Okay, 23 and 22 health respectively as the oil begins to mend your burned and broken bodies, and you snap back to consciousness down on the floor, and you see Amira stalking towards the entrance where Kashmi currently is.
All right,
And
well,
I'd say
I'm
you're
gonna
awake
get him.
enough that you hear her demand that from Kashmi.
Oh, Mahari's gonna shoot up, and he's gonna pump all 3 of his touches of the void into himself,
Awesome.
and stand next to her.
Sure.
To a mirror to catch me.
Oh, did not mean to hit that full time. That's my bad. You should still have dragon form for a couple more minutes, Kashmi.
How much does this heal?
I believe it is 36 health
36.
right now per. So 108 for you right now.
108's the total? Okay.
Yeah, here I got a button for you.
Almost definitely gonna
Thank
at
you.
least kip up and then
Yeah.
make his way out of the building, probably holding the ashes and whatever is left of Lixel.
There's nothing
I know, right?
left is the downside.
What do you mean there's nothing? There's
There's-
no, like, crumbs? There's no puddle?
This energy melted and destroyed all traces of the creatures it killed. There's
basically
no
disintegrates.
remains.
Could Amira use Super Taster?
No.
Lick in the
no.
ground?
No!
Nothing to
There's
taste.
nothing left!
There's
You have licked way worse things. Don't.
There's nothing
Yes,
to
the
lick.
floorboards are infused with essence of Lixel.
Okay.
Anyways,
But seriously, like, Amira is giving Kashmi the most dead-ass stare she has ever given Kashmi, has extended her hand out, and is saying, give me the potion.
Kashmi's in her dragon form, so she's very real right now. So she's gonna take her hand and go, "Whoa, I can't. It's in there. I can't get it out. What? I don't know what you want me to do.
can
Kashmi,
Cash talk as a dragon?
Yeah, you can talk.
No, all I'm doing is this.
It's pointing and
Okay.
shrugging.
dismiss your dragon form, reach into your body, and pull out the potion. I'm serious.
I don't like this.
Those words sounded way sexier when you said them last night. I don't want to give you the potion. I love you, and I hear you. And, like, we've lost everybody else. Like, Lix was super important, but also we could rewrite the cosmos.
Give me a moment here. I'm gonna get real, like real into the character. So let me
I feel like
I can do this.
depending on where things are going, I'm going to ask this now before we get into stuff. How comfortable is everyone in PvP if that's what it devolves down into?
Oh God! Come on!
I'm not aiming for PvP. I will try and stop short of PvP. I don't mind if Solomon tries to grab Amira and hold her back or something like that.
It depends on how things are gonna happening, depending on how psycho your character gets. That's basically where I'm going. Like, if it gets very forceful with that, he's probably gonna tackle somebody. But I want to make sure everyone's fine with that because I've already had one campaign where even though it changed the outcome of the campaign, they wouldn't let us do it. So I'm gonna say now, how comfortable is everyone?
I am comfortable with PvP, at least that kind of PvP. So, yeah, like if Solomon,
obviously the goal isn't going to be to kill the other character, but at least to restrain or do something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Everyone else, I want to know everyone's opinion on this because it's going to boil down. It might boil down to it.
I mean, considering Iranth set Slither on fucking fire 40 sessions ago, you know.
We like it rough. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
I just want this. I want this set in advance, so I'm good.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, then Amira is going to look Kashmi dead in her dragon eyes, and she. I'm trying to think. Is there, if Kashmi was in her human form, Amira would be grabbing onto her shoulders or something, but not in dragon form. So she's just gonna look Kashmi square in the dragon eyes and growl out, "Kashmi, give me the potion!"
Is Kashmi still a dragon?
Yes, she is.
Kashmi likes to be bossed around a lot, but Kashmi in dragon form has I don't know, a deep burning regal empowerment of her in herself.
It's that spirit of Aufgeben coming through.
Really a lot. And so
I taught you well.
I see that my wife is hurting. But she's so small and puny and tiny, and she thinks she's so big. Just a little pet.
Amira is going to scream and lunge at Kashmi.
Kashmi will bear dragon hug. And then she will look at her friends.
It's not hard to grapple. Go for it.
I'm not opposed to having this discussion. I'm not opposed to giving up the potion. I mean, I am. I'm absolutely 100% opposed to giving up the potion. And certainly for this. Fuck all these people. Lixel was clutch, but also we already got a lot out of her. So, usefulness. And she's only level 4 at this point. So,
Wait. Mahari will step up to the two of them, Kashmi still being her magnificent dragon self, and Amira being her scary self. Ladies.
Kind of rabid right now, honestly.
Yeah. Ladies. We have been through torture. We have been through the literal outer rifts, stood before a deity. Let's not have this be where it all ends. Amira, why don't we discuss this, and then he'll do this with his hand, where there aren't a bunch of people that could potentially be listening in on this.
Amira's just screaming that we have this doom potion. Great.
Someone's just clutching his head coming out of a hole in the building.
I'm gonna have Amira roll a will save here real quick.
Oh, sure. Come on.
As you're rolling that save, I also want to make note, Mahari and Solomon, you were a little out of it because you woke up from it. You also notice at this point in time, though, your spacious pouches are gone.
I noticed that.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Your pouches
because
that
it
you
was a
had
portal.
are just
But
gone.
the only
was a-
thing
it was a-
the only
it was-
thing
it
I
was a
had in there
dimension-
was.
There's a dimensional explosion, and because it's a dimensional pouch, that's what triggered
But
it.
I only had one thing in that pouch, and
What
that
was
was
it?
my own head.
And I had the rest
What a
of them.
fucking line.
Wait, do
I
you
had the
mean to
rest.
tell me my own head was a bomb?
I don't think that's what he's saying, no.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Remember, the energy from these explosions were more creature-focused than material-destroying. Your bags are destroyed, but they're still, like, scraps of the leather strap hanging off of your shoulder. Both of you, if you want to give me a crafting check, may do so. And Amira, I'm sorry to intrude on your moment.
No.
As they're
No,
giving
no,
their rolls, you
it's
can
fine.
go ahead and continue with the
Yeah.
based off results of your will save.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
Amira is going to turn towards Mahari, and she's kind of like gritting her teeth right now, kind of holding back tears. And sorry, let me get into character here for a moment.
Oh yes.
It's not about whether or not she was useful to us. She was the only one there for us after 200 fucking years in that prison. She's family, Mahari. Fine, we can
Is
discuss
there
this somewhere else. Oh.
anything else that we could, as characters, do? Because there's all sorts of crazy shit that people can do. Is there any way that we could ghost her or like bring her back in any other way?
Most revival stuff requires at least some fragments of them,
Yes.
whether it was
Also-
clothing or skin or
Yeah.
hair or something along those lines. With there not being anything left of her, we'd have to
Also-
find something that would have some of her essence in some regard.
And the rituals that we would need, or the spell we would need to bring her back, we don't have access to any of them, and we sure as shit can't afford it.
Oh, we just
At the current moment. At the current
we
moment.
just saved that bloodlord's life,
You did.
so I
You
feel
may-
like
you may be able to access those sorts of rituals. The struggle with bringing back those who are dead is they almost always require the permission of Pharasma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which,
Yeah.
when you're all undead, she's not too happy about in the first place, and she's not often going to give permission for them to come back. There is one time you guys know of where someone has come back from death, though. And Kashmir, you're the reason for it. You've intimidated something to bring Falathel's soul back before.
but would it matter? But we had her body.
You did.
So there was something for the soul to return to, or does that not matter in this instance?
Well, she
Who's-
could come back as a ghost.
Who's to say?
Oh, that's true.
All you
But
know
here-
is you've succeeded at something that effectively should not have been possible before.
Also, remember this. My head detonated, or it evaporated some way. That head came from Lixel. It blew my spacious pouch into literal oblivion.
How would you know it was the head that did that, not the giant explosion we were
Yeah,
just in with
I mean,
portals and math?
Solomon's bag disappeared too, and he didn't have any head in it.
I had all the other heads in it, actually.
Wait, did you? Oh shit! Maybe
And,
Mahari is on.
Amira, your spacious pouch, notably, is just fine.
And I
See-
only had my head in the pouch. Everything,
Oh.
it was empty otherwise.
Okay, I apologize. Mahari might actually
Ugh.
be onto something.
I was
But
wondering why I only
let's
had
not-
0.4 bulk.
Yeah, but let's not discuss this out in the open.
Yeah.
Let's get somewhere where we can reasonably assume we have some privacy.
Amira is not happy right now, but she will go along.
Seeing and hearing what was going on the party travel, Solomon's actually going to wedge himself between Kashmir and Amira.
Sure, as around
Wait.
this time, Kashmir, your transformation as a dragon runs out and you shrink down to your normal form once more, because it only lasts a minute.
Kashmir, I'm gonna walk up to her and look down into her as she turns back into her normal form. This, and he'll point at her middle. This didn't tear you and me apart. Let's not have it tear the rest of us apart.
I am gonna go incorporeal and see if I can vanish from this awkward situation now that I am no longer big and strong.
Do you want to hide in my stomach?
Kinda, yeah.
Is incorporeal face into me?
I'm just gonna incorporeal and like ghost into Mahari's body, like
Okay.
Homer into the hedge.
Okay, that your head will get like right below his chin. But Jericho, is that something that can happen? Can she just ghost into me and just stay there?
Technically, mechanically, no, but for the flavor of it, here, fuck it, why not?
Okay,
If
so
something were to break out and actual engagement were to occur, I would have to say you're separated for that, but just for flavor purposes, outside of anything actively happening, yeah, we can say absolutely you're just kind of like balled up inside Mahari.
okay, let's go. Aranth, Mahari will look for Aranth.
What
Okay,
was
I'm not
Aranth
even gonna
doing?
ask how
Actually,
you're
sorry,
doing.
real quick, to interrupt everything. Aranth,
No.
you know what you
Yeah.
saw. What are you doing in all of this as this goes on between these people around you?
Why'd you word it like that?
Because I can.
Oh, damn
Let
it.
him be.
She, amidst all the chaos, she is. Sorry, hang on. I was also dying just a second ago. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. She is going to kind of look at Amira and then look back at the ashes, or presumably wherever the fucking ashes are.
They don't
The
exist.
dead space.
Yeah.
The dead space that Lixel was in. She is going to look back at Amira. How are you feeling?
How do you think I'm feeling?
No. Burning rage aside. Any different?
Physically, any different?
You know, large magical explosions tend to have some strange effects on people every now and again.
Can Amira sense motive on Aranth right now?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't believe.
No,
Oh, I freaking swear to God.
not a disbelief, a sense motive. I'll even actually target Aranth's thing for sense
Well, I
motive
mean,
here.
yeah, Mahari's over here with
Anyway.
Kashmir.
Is that even a macro?
It's in the basic action macros.
And if you target, it's blind, but it'll tell the GM.
I didn't know that.
Aranth, what do you want Amira to believe about your inquisitiveness right now?
I think it all depends on the nature of the inquisitiveness,
Sure.
in my opinion. I don't know if that complicates or confuses shit, but
For all intents and purposes, I guess the simplest way to say this, Amira, she seems to be acting normally. This
Okay.
doesn't seem to be out of line for what Aranth would normally ask following this sort of explosion.
Yeah, then Amira will just give Aranth a confused look and say, yeah. Well, actually, I guess maybe Amira will take a moment and, like, kind of, I don't want to say feel herself up, but...
No, that's fair. You did just kind of freak out and then have a huge fight with your wife.
Yeah,
but for all Amira knows, really, Arantha's just asking as a concerned friend, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it's not anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Amira will, like, kind of check herself physically and
Sure.
see, like, did she lose a limb that she didn't notice up until now or anything like that?
All limbs accounted for.
Okay.
All organs seemingly in place. If you want to give me a magic check as a recall knowledge, so either Arcana, Occultism, Nature, or Religion, to try and feel the flow of magical energy through you and see if that has changed at all, you can.
No beating hearts this time?
By the way, anyone who wants to do this can do this. It's not just Amira has to.
Sure. Are these blind, Jericho?
Yes, this would effectively be recall knowledge. I just want to know what magic skill you're using, because that does sort of matter.
Okay, I'll use religion for Mahari.
Perfect. Kashmi, what skill are you using?
I'm trying to get to my skills.
Okay. You're probably going to use occultism or religion.
Religion.
Okay.
Jericho, no beating hearts this time?
Give me your check. Then
Oh,
we'll talk.
no. Okay.
That's very funny.
Oh, no.
Solomon, are you checking yourself out magically at all?
Not magically, but he's probably gonna try and corpse stitch him to heal a little bit.
Fair enough. Aranth, while you've brought it up and everyone is beginning to sort of feel the flow of magic inside themselves, are you going to do the same, or are you not?
I think she would try to make sure that she herself is intact.
Go ahead and give me that check.
I'm so sorry, which one is it?
Any of the magical skills. So you can just give me recall knowledge and tell me which skill you want it to be, or if you just want to roll that specific skill blind, you also can do that.
While I'm in here, can I make sure that Mahari is at 100%?
Just start like bongo slapping his organs.
Jericho,
We had
question.
such good rolls, and now that you guys are checking yourselves out, the rolls have gone downhill, and I am here for it. What's your question, Mahari?
Since Kashmi, she's inhabiting my corporeal form,
No, she
touch
cannot
my
medically
soul?
examine you.
No, I was going to ask, could she touch my soul?
No, she does not have that capability.
Oh, okay.
At least without
That's weird.
trying funny things.
Oh, what a weird question.
I don't see it like in here. It's not like
It's not like
I don't
you're
like see it.
looking at a lung or some shit.
Kashmi is not capable of seeing the soul. She can, she's messed around with her own soul and somehow Falothel's, but she does not necessarily have the ability to visually inspect or normally even touch a soul.
I like this part right here. It tingles. Does this feel like your soul?
It's your
Yeah?
liver.
Your soul? No?
Mahari's going to kind of like jump a little bit like this.
Yeah. What about
Like dancing in his body?
She's
What
only
about here?
tickling you from the inside.
Is this your soul?
What the?
She's like, I got your nose.
You've never had the feeling of your organs itching before. My God, is it kind of awful though?
You know when you stick your finger into your belly button too far and it feels funny?
Yeah.
It's like that.
No.
It's like that, but like
Inside.
all the way inside.
This is awful.
As much as I hate to break this up, I did just try to shield blast one of our friends. Can I get some healing of some kind?
if
Here, come
Mahari
over.
wants to go stand by you, I can reach an arm
Yeah,
out.
Solomon, come over and stand next to me, and Casual will just like punch out of me and
Just
hit
like
you.
smack him.
Just
Okay.
right out his nipples.
A ghostly arm comes out and like pats you on the back, Solomon.
Heal.
Yeah, if you guys are going to spend some time healing here while you're checking yourselves out, we can say a couple, like 10, 20 minutes will pass as you all are calming down, taking stock of the situation, recovering from your wounds from this explosion. Those of you who are checking out your physical forms, everything seems fine.
You want me to roll medicine for mine, since it's basically what you're using?
Yeah. Go for it.
And you want private?
Yes, please. This should be blind.
Does medicine not show up on recall knowledge?
It does.
I doubt it.
I don't think. Oh, are you
does.
talking
Oh.
from like the GM or us?
The macro that I was referring
Yeah,
to.
no, recall
I didn't-
knowledge will have Arcana, Occultism, Religion, Nature, and then Crafting, Medicine, and Society, and any of your lore skills.
Okay.
Aside from acrobatics and athletics, medicine's my best one.
Yeah. Pretty good, Solomon. Your
So-
body seems to be in tip-top shape. If anything, your heart is like working a little overtime right now, but nothing worrying.
Is Dragonheart?
Yep.
Hmm.
For the rest of you, your own bodies all appear pretty, like, aside from the injuries and the flesh and clothes and everything being melted and, you know, 2 of your spacious pouches exploding, everything else seems fine.
Is Amira's not gonna ask for it, but is Kashmir gonna try to heal Amira, or is...
So yeah, if 20 minutes has gone by, I can I sense motive on Amira to see if, like, to do a quick vibe check.
Sure.
Sure.
I assume am I at full health then? or-
Yes, everyone aside from Amira at this point can go up to full health.
Okay.
I have to use the bathroom real quick. If Amira tries any funny business, I'm going to tackle her.
Will do.
Well, she'd have to get through me to get to Cash.
Amira, Kashmir failed. Choice is yours.
Amira, she's sulking right now, but she is not going to attempt to commit violence on anybody currently.
Then Tajmi will ask my Mahari suit to go and stand and give my wife a hug.
Mahari will approach Amira. Now, Amira, when you see Mahari approach you with his arms beginning to stretch out, what's your facial expression?
Well, I can actually give you a facial expression.
Oh, Mahari ain't doing that. He likes living. He likes his unlife a little too much for that. Kashmir, if you
For
would
those
like
of
to...
you listening to the recording who don't have our cameras on
Oh,
screen, because
sorry.
that's an exclusive perk of getting to play in my games, for now at least, there's a very quizzical look, I think, is how I would describe it.
I was trying to go for something between confusion and disgust.
Yeah, that's about how people react when Mahari approaches them for a hug.
Well,
Except for
okay.
Kashmir.
Amira has hugged Mahari before, but she's in a mood right now.
Yeah,
This is an out of
Mahari's
nowhere
going to...
Mahari hug.
I'm back.
Jericho, could I have gotten 2 focus points back during that 20 minutes, or is examining my body my full attention span?
I'm going to say during this time you were not able to refocus because you were
Okay.
focusing instead on checking your own condition.
You can get rid of the wounded though, because we're at full health now.
Is that how
10 minutes will
wounded
have had to
works?
have passed since you're at full health, but yeah, I'll say you can get rid of your wounded.
Okay.
Well,
Since
wounded is
it's-
supposed to go away when you're at reached full health. I
It's when
thought.
you're at full health for 10 minutes it goes away.
Yeah, it says it at the bottom. Rest for at least 10 minutes. But okay,
It's
thank
if you're like treating, like any treat wounds will auto get rid of it, but it's also if you reach full health and are at full health for 10 minutes it goes away. But assuming Kashmir healed the 2 people who nearly died first, 10 minutes would have passed by the time you were fully healed, and she healed herself in a rant. That you can get rid of that.
Okay. So, Mahari will kind of look down at his chest. Kashmir, are you gonna heal her or are you going to not heal her?
I am gonna stick my hands out of Mahari's nipples. So he just has two arms coming out of his nipples, and I'm gonna do one of these and see if I can get Amira to get in the arms.
Amira's gonna sigh, shake her head, and step closer to Mahari.
Okay.
Well, before we do that, I have.
Uh-oh.
Well, Aranth has a little bit of an experiment she
Uh-oh.
would like to try.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Social experiment?
Well,
It's just a prank room.
kind of.
Famous last words of a lot of people.
It requires a little bit of trust. And it's a trust exercise between Amira and Aranth here. And Amira just has to promise that, well, are we all technically at full? Okay, yeah.
Everyone
okay, except for
aside from
Amira.
Amira is healed
Okay.
right now.
Well, okay, how about we let them hug it out so Amira gets back to full health, and then we will conduct this social experiment, if we would.
Okay. Kashmir feels a lot better about let's heal Amira before we do an experiment on Amira.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a big hug, reach out, pull your hair. You're gonna feel much better.
Before we do your experiment, Durant, we've been going for a little while now. I want to go ahead and give everyone a chance to take a quick break, get some more water, stand up, stretch, and think through their life choices before we come
Yeah,
back.
I was gonna say contemplate existence.
So stand up, stretch, do what you need to do. We'll try and shoot to be back in about 5 minutes or so. See you
Okay.
all then.
Boom.
Well, welcome back, everyone. So,
Speaking of,
after you will take a few minutes and allow Kashmir to, from inside Mahari, heal up Amira a little bit.
Can I go back to Max in that case?
Yes, you may go back to max health. Aranth, I believe you were wanting to try something.
Yes,
Oh
actually.
boy. Oh boy.
So
our word kill.
are we are we okay with a little bit of PvP?
I'm okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Aranth, she would obviously, well, it's fucking Aranth. She probably wouldn't ask. She'd just look at Amira a little bit, and probably look at her a little bit weird. Essentially, think fast, bitch, and kind of, you know. So,
Just a cantrip.
yeah.
Okay, is Aranth giving any alert, or is she just casting it?
She is going to be. It's quite literally think fast. Like, that is her only warning. She doesn't say think fast, bitch, but she just looks at Amira and says think fast.
Oh god. Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead and make the attack roll on Amira, I guess.
Do we get to do
fuck.
initiative?
Roll damage.
Will you please? I don't have. Never mind. I can figure it out.
Okay. What are you looking for?
My body. Will you take my dragon off? I
It is
don't
off.
see it. I don't have any
It's
of
right
my
below my token.
spells or anything.
You might need to just close and reopen your character sheet.
I did that.
We tried reloading the page, like refreshing.
No, it
before
takes
you do
forever. I already did it.
I saw you leave as I was saying that. I was going to say is I'll just delete and re-add your token while you're doing that and see if that helps.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right in the group on the bottom left.
So, Amira, you hear, you've just like seconds after Kashmir finishes repairing your wounded body and she and Mahari pull back, you hear from the side, think fast, and then Aranth throws a bit of magic that instantly impacts you in the shoulder pretty damn hard. and sort of like throws you to the side a little bit.
Mhm.
As you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Amira's gonna hold her shoulder, look at Aranth with equal parts confusion and offense, and just go, "What the fuck, Aranth?"
Actually, wouldn't that be 44 because she crit hit?
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
It would be
true.
doubled. Yeah, because spell magic isn't doubled. Thank you.
Can I resilient sphere Aranth? I don't have my character sheet, so I can't read it.
It's
But
not a
that
reaction spell,
would
is
be
it?
Kashmi's
It's not a
instant
reaction. So let's go with Amira and Aranth as you are preparing to cast that spell.
Even Solomon
I-
shocked, like, wait, what happened?
Right.
Just looking back and forth between the two of them.
I mean, Amira's in a bad spot right now, but she's. Can I roll another sense motive on Aranth and be like, is she turning on us, or?
Solomon's gonna nudge Mahari. I bet on Aranth.
I want to know what Amira's genuine immediate response is to this, rather than trying to,
okay.
if it is legitimately to take a step back and try and figure out what Aranth is thinking.
Yes,
Sure.
it is.
Okay.
Because
then, yeah.
Amira knows that the Aranth she knows would not do this without a good reason, so she's trying to see, is Aranth mind controlled? Has she been replaced? That kind of stuff.
Okay.
But Aranth isn't really looking at her face. Like, she's not really looking at Amira's to gauge her expressions. Aranth, after she launches the phase bolt at Amira and it impacts her, Aranth is looking for the bodily reaction first.
You see what you don't want to see, Aranth.
Oh no. Oh, what does that mean?
Amira, you may give me that sense motive check if you'd like.
Okay.
It's probably a bit more exaggerated, Aranth, since this is something that
Since we're
injured
close.
her quite
Yeah.
heavily. It's so similar.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Amira, you clock that Aranth is closely watching you after this. But again, not looking at your eyes, not looking at your face. She is taking you in as a whole right now. This is the type of gaze you have when you are looking at someone and trying to gauge how they move so you best know how to counter it. This is the gaze of someone looking and doing their best to understand how someone moves in a fight.
Amira is going to continue to hold her shoulder, and if she sees, Kazmi trying to cast a spell, or Mahari or Solomon advance on her, she, might raise a hand. I don't know if that will stop.
Aranth would too. So if Amira and Aranth notice that everyone was like, what the fuck? That would be her reaction as well.
Kazmi, if you still want to cast Resilient Sphere, you may, but as the magic is forming, 2 seconds pass and both Amira and Kazmi seem to notice you beginning to cast a spell and both hold up their hands in a stop motion. If you still want to cast it, you may, though.
I will turn myself out like a door opening out of Mahari's body, and take a step and give Aranth a huge what the fuck.
Okay.
Mahari and Solomon, were you gonna try anything, or are you just gonna hold off for now?
Solomon's trying to set up a betting racket, it looks like.
Classic
Classic Solomon.
Mahari's aura is going to zone out from his body, and his spirit thrasher is just... He's like, don't hit me. You're not going to like it if you hit me.
Solomon's,
But what's going on?
Solomon's gonna
And-
go into his stance because like, oh crap, are we fighting here, or is it what's like he's gonna go into a stance, but he's
Sure.
not going to advance. He's just gonna like prepare for the worst, basically.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
good.
what Mahari's doing as well. Just preparing for the worst.
Amira will second Mahari and say, Ranth, whatever the fuck is going on, you need to tell us. We can't stay in the dark like this.
No, that was all part of the experiment, really.
Yeah, and why are you experimenting on us? What's going on?
No, not us as a whole. I'm experimenting on you specifically. That's why I'm targeting you and nobody else. Are we catching on?
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful.
Going after Solomon wouldn't have ended well.
No, but it clearly looks like after Iranth sees what she wanted to see, her magic is, she puts it away. Like that's it. Like she doesn't look like she's about to turn on anybody else. It's just a kind of like a grim understanding.
Aranth, you really need to tell me what's going on with me, or what do you think is going on with me?
Iranth kind of like looks at everybody. I didn't see their face, but whoever was holding the scroll that set off the another Amira. Yes.
Got it.
Actually, when I attacked it, reacted similarly to you. They're wearing robes, so I can't be too sure, but it's very... I'd like to think I have a good understanding of how you fight, considering we've been traveling together for some time. Stature, the demeanor, almost everything.
Well, I hope you understand why I might not want to immediately believe that. I'm not saying you're trying to lie to me or anything, but I'm just gonna
You'd know
hope.
if I'd be trying to lie to you. I hope.
I'm just gonna hope that maybe you're wrong about this, because I don't want to think about what it means if you're not wrong about this.
Considering...
Amira traitor.
I
Who are you?
Me?
Ashmi?
Know that I corporealed and hit Aranth in the face for hitting my wife.
Okay. Again, please don't just make rolls. Please say what you're doing and then make a roll.
I'm
Wait
sorry.
But
I got excited.
I totally understand, but I do like knowing what's going on, whether or not to ask for a roll. Because Aranth, when you see Kashmi swinging, would you even like try and dodge?
I mean, going off of just seeing her swing, yeah, Aranth would be like, the fuck?
Okay, then go ahead and roll
Holy
critical damage,
fairness.
Kashmi.
Mahari, do you know what this means? It means now you and I have to have a turn. Come on, throw a punch at me. Come on.
Oh.
So you would take 4 physical damage here, bludgeoning Aranth, because Kashmi is physical. Now, I should also mention, Kashmi as a reminder, it takes about a minute, I think, to switch between your forms. Oh no, you can switch as a single action. Never mind. So yeah, as you sort of come in between as Aranth and Amira are talking and just throw a punch, Aranth, that's 4 damage you take as her fist. You have to do it manually. Actually, I can just,
my bad.
There.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't
All
have
right.
it a easy way to make Kashmi's form change her unarmed attack damage, but
All right.
Then I am gonna use whatever, and then I'm gonna start healing Amira. I also should tell you, Aranth, that while I do appreciate this information and I'm on your side, and like I agree that it's probably other evil Amira having had Cash, not me, been a very recent thing in my life. Like evil other me's, I get it, but also we have beef. Like you just phase bolted my wife.
It was a good shot.
Thank you,
Hold on,
Solomon.
hold
It
on,
was...
hold on. Okay. as Kashmi is healing Amira, Mahari's gonna once again say, "Can we go somewhere where this is not all out in the open, please?"
I thought we were
have
outside the wall. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
We also have telepathic bond, so we don't have to say any of this out loud.
Yeah,
You guys are all miming everything.
yeah, a rant throwing a phase vault at me might. I do agree with Mahari that it's about time we had somewhere more private. Like, yeah, because we can telepathic bond, but we also don't want to be throwing punches. Where
Yeah. We also, I'll say this over the telepathic bond. We also don't want to be, showing certain items just out in public.
My magic isn't a sudden item. Fuck.
Is it possible to direct message in telepathic bond instead of going to everyone?
That's
Interesting.
Let me check. I don't think so.
Because then I
Yeah.
think that would just be message,
No, the
right?
targets can communicate telepathically with any or all of the other targets from any point
Oh.
on the same planet. So yes,
Okay.
you can direct message people through telepathic bond.
It's actually
I'd like
kind
to
of funny.
direct message Mahari.
Okay.
And just this in seriousness though, he's gonna just say like, I'm going to keep Aranth separated, or at least be a barrier. I want you to do the same with Kashmir and Amira if you can.
And then I'll reply back just to Solomon. Agreed.
The men's are keeping the women's apart.
So Solomon's
not
gonna
think too
go
deeply
over
into
by
that.
Solomon's gonna go over by Aranth, not menacingly, but just kind of like what he was doing before with Kashmir, just kind of being a barrier between.
A big physical slab of meat in the way.
Yeah.
Jericho, I'm going to stow my. I'm just going to put my thresher in one hand and I'm going to collapse my aura back into myself.
Sounds good.
Also, out of character, Aranth, how much bulk do you have right now?
2.3.
If you want, you can ride on Solomon, and he still won't be encumbered. If you want to carry it.
She's done it before, so why not?
I have 4L of bulk. I don't even have a full bulk right now because I'm all.
Oh, that's got to be nice.
Oh,
Let's see. How
Did you lose your meat sack too?
Yes, I realized that during the conversation. I lost my meat sack.
no.
He spent
All right.
so long collecting that.
Yup,
But to
it's
be
all
fair, I
gone.
sold a lot of it. I
You
sold
did.
a lot of it at the arena, and I only got part of my last opponent, who I also gorged on anyway. So I didn't lose too much.
You didn't lose much. But it's the principle of the loss.
It's the principle, exactly.
I still the foe I vanquished.
So-
He's still sore about that.
Where would you all like to head? You can certainly just go back up to your inner room and try and shut the door. It does have a destroyed wall.
I did want to ask, what's the city like right now in the aftermath of these explosions?
Yeah, as you guys have been so focused on yourselves, trying to sort out what's going on between you in the aftermath of the fight, taking this time to actually look around, take in the rest of the city. Again, there's not too much physical damage to the city. There is certainly damage where the energy was initially leaking out and corroding physical substances, but the detonation itself didn't destroy any buildings. And it's not like there's corpses or blood left behind, so at this moment in time, aside from the hole torn in the red haze above Geb, and, some people beginning to come out and looking more confused than celebratory, you would be forgiven for mistaking this as a regular evening in Geb. Because there's few to no traces. There is structural damage, not enough that any buildings are at risk, and people look more confused and frightened than jovial, as it is the time of day where the sun has set and parties are beginning to, or would normally begin to occur. And there's probably noticeably fewer people on the streets.
Well, yeah, because most of them are fucking dead.
Some of them.
Mahari's going to say
People
over the
are especially beginning to like filter back into the city nearby. So there is a large number of people making their way nearby, coming back in, because it does look like a good number of people made their way out of the city safely with how much time there was before the bombs went off.
Customs is going to be a nightmare.
Nah, they're not doing anything to change security after this. It's a
Jericho.
living hazard of Mekatar.
Yeah. Is there any sign of the Bellator Mortis mulling about more than usual?
Give me a perception check.
What is that?
That is the city
guard.
guard.
Okay.
They are called the Bellator Mortis here. Yeah, you definitely see a couple of them, like, moving. They're some of the few individuals that are moving around with purpose, as they are actively sort of going around and taking a look, trying to directly figure out what exactly happened, who's responsible. You see probably from where you are, over the next 30 seconds or so, like 2 of them sort of definitely moving towards the entrance as they're like clocking everyone that comes into the city. They're not actively stopping anyone, but they are just like watching at this point. Mekatar is a city that doesn't actually have gates. It doesn't have a like customs checkpoint where people have to declare what they're bringing in and out of the city. It is just a city people can wander into and out of. Your safety is not guaranteed in this city. This is a city where what happens, happens.
Well, I feel like cities with gates also don't have that guarantee either.
Okay, Amira?
The dead laws are your only protection, effectively.
Yeah.
What's up, Mari?
Amira? We shouldn't stay here. Is there anywhere in this in Mekatar where we could relocate to that you can remember?
Sorry, above table. Does Mahari mean like another inn?
Do we still have the planar palace or whatever? Don't we have?
That's Strength of Thousands. Or maybe
It is.
Planar Palace. Yeah.
Don't we have the house?
That was unfortunately in the future. That was
in the
boat ship.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, right now we just have what we can find.
Yeah, I guess, can I roll something to see if Amira knows of a place that's, like, designed for, like, privacy and private meetings? Like, there's gotta be places like that in Mexico, right?
You're more likely to find those than not. Okay. Finding one that's truly private, though, where the owners aren't listening in and recording conversations for their own use down the line, that's harder. Go ahead and give me a roll for that.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking? Recall knowledge?
Yeah. Gossip lore would work here.
Mm-hmm.
That gossip lore, real doing the work.
For real.
The arena might have some private rooms.
It does have those like test facilities. That's true.
Yeah.
But also, didn't we just blow it up?
No, we didn't blow up anything.
Well,
remember,
correct.
The structural damage is minimal. It is.
Yeah.
Like, there is structural damage. Buildings will need updating and repair after this, but nothing has collapsed or is really in danger of collapsing.
I think if I don't get anything from this, maybe we can get Saltpeter and be like, hey, can you do us a solid?
Oh, that's a good idea.
You probably know.
Calling in my favors for me?
Amira, you probably know of a couple areas that are, like, promise and swear on like an oath that you will have privacy. They will not listen in or record your conversations at all. They are much more expensive than a normal place because of that privacy. However, around this time, someone does approach you guys.
Oh, boy.
And a familiar figure, actually, to you now.
No.
They look tasty.
Lauren.
Anybody who's familiar to us, we don't want to see right now. They're all
right.
assholes.
I don't like any of you assholes.
I mean,
Above
Hear
table
that,
really
Aranth?
quick.
We're
Amira, what is your will DC?
You can pull that up in the
32?
party tracker,
Yeah, you
right?
can just look at their sheet
What was my fucking roll, Jericho?
for
Her DC's a 32.
for what? Oh, from earlier?
Yeah.
Good question.
Oh my god, what is happening?
But probably more importantly than that right now is the individual approaching you, Aranth, because you of all people know who that fucker is.
He's
Yeah.
Currently, like, sauntering towards you guys down the road, hands stuck in his pockets, is Lauren. What a piece of shit.
Hey, this is the guy that you said I could pounce on if we saw him again, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yep. That's
Okay.
what I remember.
All right, I'm charging him.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! What's going on? If you want to give me a flex check to grapple Mahari, or a Solomon, you can. Because keep in mind, theoretically, this Lauren hasn't had that conversation with you guys in the future, so this Lauren, all he should know is potentially that you guys have all been captured. Oh, Solomon, easily, you, like, rush up as he's, like, sauntering towards you, no weapons that you can see or anything, definitely not prepared for a fight, and you just, like, rush up and bear hug him. Hey, whoa.
Oh,
I'm trying to lift my arms, I can't right now, though. What is going on?
I really hate that I made him
Ow.
attractive because he makes me mad. He just makes
how
me
you die.
fucking angry.
Why? Hold up. Let's
Oh, wait a minute.
calm down here just a moment. Why do I have to die?
And Solomon's like, because
Has
Aran
me-
said so? God.
Wants none of this. So can I make a rude finger gesture at him, and then
I'll be
back
honest,
it up with a little?
I respect that. Understand it even. But
And then
I
can I-
wanted to come with an offer.
While-
if the
I don't
party
care what he
says
has to
stop,
say.
he'll stop. But
Fuck him right in the right in his ass. Fuck it.
well.
Okay.
Can I
hold on.
use?
Hold on a minute. Let Aranth
Yeah, this is
make
around.
her choice.
she is riding on top of me, so she would probably have first dibs.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I would like to
Oh.
step. I don't want anything to
Shit.
do with what this is happening. So can I step aside, use my new eyes of the city, and look for other Amira, and then let Aranth do her thing? Because Kashmi has zero fucking any. I fucking can't with him right now.
If you want to, you can begin actively, like, trying to find what happened to your urchins and get them looking for this other Amira. You, at the very least, know you have a description of that robe that you can go off of. Whether it's another Amira or not, of course, up for debate still. But you can absolutely, like, walk away as they're dealing with Lauren and begin doing that if you'd like. Aranth.
I pulled you into it. I'm sorry.
What the fuck do you want? As she's sitting on Solomon's shoulders while he's bear hugging Lauren.
I just imagine, like, she's
conversation.
imagine she's sitting, like, almost like side saddle, like in the
Like a
hood
proper
ornament,
lady?
like
Yeah,
the hood,
sure is.
like the
Staring
sexy
at
hood
Lauren
ornament
with
lady pose.
Shade on her
Just like,
face.
Like, what do you want, Lauren? You know, Solomon's just like trying to break his back.
I had heard that you all had been seen in the city, and knowing what happened at their wedding, I wanted to confirm it for myself. Nice to see you all, by the way. Hi, who's this?
Or the
Who's
last
who?
thing you see.
I doubt that, but I love your gusto. Some real chutzpah you got there. Aranth, can
It's
you tell him to let me go,
chutzpah,
please?
you asshole.
It's chutzpah. I will fight you on this. Eventually. I'm kind of stuck at the moment.
Also, I don't know if he has any teleportation, but I did take this level.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You guys have seen him teleport multiple times.
Anytime there's a lull in conversation, Kashmi will take it as her opportunity to interject her own opinion.
Mahari's going to he's Lauren,
Yes?
how did you hear we were in the city? Specifically.
With my ears? Sorry.
From who?
I like the fucking gang signs just immediately from Kashmir and fucking
Man, it's a good thing
Mahari.
we can't. The video's not gonna see her camera. Just throwing gang signs.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. No,
Trying to
I'm
figure out how
not
to
going to
resolve
tell
this
him.
shit.
I'm not going to tell him to let you go.
That's
So
rude.
but
I
I
understand
don't
it.
care.
What if I told you I could maybe, possibly give you a new body for your mother to resurrect?
Oh, so she could be a construct too, motherfucker! I'm sorry. Urgent.
Would you rather her be dead? Remember, I had nothing to do with what happened at the wedding. That was the others.
What can you do about our friend Lixel?
Just say the word and I'll eat his throat. That's cruel.
Your friend Lixel.
Hey, I'm in the works right now. Wait your turn.
Escaped the wedding, right? If they're gone, we could make another body for them too.
Amira looks like she wants to say a lot, but she's going to allow Aranth to take
God, you're
charge for
strong.
right now.
This actually really hurts. Can you loosen your grip a little bit, please?
Solomon,
He'll tighten it out of spite.
Solomon, loosen your grip just a little bit. If you break his spine now, he won't be of any use to us later.
We'll make him a new one.
Is he any use now?
I think I just gave a
Could
pretty
be.
good offer.
Shut up. I was talking to her.
I'm not gonna shut up because if I shut up now, I feel like the decision to kill me is gonna get made, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep talking.
The more
I'm not. I'm not
speak-
talking to you out of character. He was talking to Laura just to specify.
That's what Lauren's response was.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I don't want you to think.
So you came all the way to Mekatar just to see what my thoughts were on bringing my mother back?
That wasn't the original plan. I mostly just wanted to confirm if you actually weren't
Why?
imprisoned. But I mean, if that's, what it's going to take to get me not killed here.
No.
I squeezed him so
options
hard
are-
he lost his accent.
Right?
It was
Like a little
fake the whole
bit.
time.
Yeah. So how do we know this is the real Lauren if he doesn't even have his accent, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll use the accent again. Jeez. God. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. So what was the real
I'd really
reason?
like you to believe I was.
What
No,
was the
you
real-
are. You're real fucking sorry, dude.
Thank you, Kashmi. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, what? Real reason I was here. Again, I wanted to confirm if you had actually escaped or not.
Outside, well, you're about 200 years too late for that astute observation. However, I don't have time for your quizzical looks right now. Why, outside of you wanting to know if we've escaped prison or not, why? Was that it? So you can report to your fucking henchmen? Report to my father?
Mayhap he is the henchman.
Well, I was gonna report it to your father. That was something I was gonna do. He's very interested in making sure you're okay.
I sincerely doubt that.
He actually, what's interesting, this is probably the first time he's going to take in the hole in your chest and the fact that you are actively, obviously, a construct right now, because this Lauren, that happened to you in the future, so this Lauren wouldn't necessarily recognize that. So he's going to take in the fact that you are, in fact, a construct right now, and you know that. Oh man, lots happened in the last month and a half or so, hasn't it? You're not gonna believe me. I know that. I understand it. Can you stop squeezing me so hard, please? Really hurts. Your
Loosen your grip a little bit, Solomon.
health
do
and
it.
safety has always been the most important. Remember how we fixed your arm when that got cursed? All for you. What you've been working towards, your ascension, we want nothing more than you to succeed at that. Our whole goal from the beginning...
Throwing us into prison was
Again,
part of that plan.
not involved in that.
You could have stopped it, couldn't you?
Upon her second request, he's still going to keep a tight grip, but he
Right.
will loosen enough so that's not crushing.
Your father had a
Answer me
debt to
truthfully.
owe.
And so, that debt, owing that debt, despite
Just to
you
let you get captured.
looking
you were
me
already
in
formulating
my
a plan
fucking
to get
eyes.
you out. I swear it on...
to get me out, but not the rest of them?
Can I do a sense motive on
Yeah,
him?
You
you can.
know.
Okay,
You know how much these people mean to me.
which is why
You know
we
what
were
we've
going
been
to
through.
get them out. Originally, the plan might have not been to get them out when it was a couple years ago at this point. But because we met them and led how much they helped and how much you care about them, the plan was to get all of you out, which is why we couldn't execute it immediately. But it looks like you all got yourselves out.
Amira
Just
is
fine.
going to hold up a finger here real quick. And she'll say, hold on. A couple of years ago?
Yeah,
How
he's
long
lying.
has this whole thing been in
Sorry,
the
it should have been a couple, probably months is what he would have said,
Oh,
because
okay,
in
sorry,
this
sorry.
timeline, that's how long ago the lead incident would have been. It would
Yeah, I
have
was
been
gonna
around...
say a couple of years.
Yeah, it would have been at this point around 7 months ago that the lead incident where Aranth had been kidnapped occurred and was resolved. So he should have said months.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
on me.
Yeah.
My timeline's mixed up. You guys understand.
It did time travel bullshit.
There's been so
Amaranth did-
fucking much.
Amaranth did kind of scramble his brain, saying 200 years too late, so...
I'm also probably crushing his blood supply to his brain.
Well, it's not like his blood is flowing. He is a vampire.
Squeeze his life force.
But yeah, sorry, that's all Amira had.
So yes, the plan was to get you all out. You evidently managed to do that yourself in a very quick manner, though. Sorry, what was that you said about 200 years too late?
Don't worry about that. So,
I'm kind of
what
worrying
more
about it.
No. What
Who is
I'm
my-
more curious about is how long you were planning on having us rot in there while you were executing your master plan to get us all out.
The goal was to get you out as quickly as possible, because let's be completely honest, there was another person who was an active part of the plan who didn't want all of you to be captured and at least go to...
So, another question for you. Darling, dearest, dead.
Oh, you still think of me as dearest? That's so sweet.
No.
I squeeze again.
Squeeze him.
Watch it.
So, where is... I still need him to formulate some responses. What we do with him afterward
He'll loosen
is...
back up, but it's just kind of a warning squeeze.
So, where is the one that has Kashmir inside of him? That Raven guy. Raven
now?
Golem. Yes, where is he?
On a different planet, that was the struggle of trying to formulate a plan to get Kashmir back. The rest of you are in Lead Light right now. Not terribly difficult to get out. Pull a couple favors, we get you out just fine. Kashmir, on the other hand, you're looking great, by the way, Kashmir. I love all of the flipping me off and everything. Super appreciated, wholly understand. But we are trying to get you out right now, which is why it's taking a bit more time.
Well, she's right here, so
Right. You
What-
all did wonderfully, which is why I'm really curious how you got out, and especially the 200 years part. Can we get back to that? What do you mean by that?
I don't think.
Did my
we can
sense
go back to
motive
that.
tell me anything?
Oh, sorry. You're unfortunately,
He's a
that
shitter.
check was a failure, Solomon.
Yeah, so he's a
So-
shitter. Checks out.
And
He's a shitter.
I don't have
checks
great.
out.
I don't have great sense of motive, so basically, I'm just wondering if he's just saying stuff to save his life, or if he's actually
Yes.
being truthful.
He's like
He's a-
both,
Okay.
as
Worthy.
far as you can tell.
Amira would like to interject again real quick because she noticed something he said. And she's gonna raise a finger again and say, "What do you mean the one person in the plan that didn't want to see us get captured?"
Your Samitu wasn't part of the original conspirators. He only cared about you, though, and when we brought him in for finances a bit, he knew that the goal was to capture all of you. He was a bit indignant about the idea of you being captured and shipped off to Lead to be
Yeah,
played with.
that's right, because he's the only one who gets to play with me. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Like how Lauren just like throws up in his mouth a little bit.
just
Talking about that.
just putting
It was probably a bit more of trying to figure out how not to say turned you into toys, effectively enslaved you, things like that. In a way that wouldn't make it sound as bad.
Amira will continue for a moment and say, "So, you said you were part of this plan, so you were involved.
Again,
You have,
debts to pay.
but
Who?
Use that big brain of yours, darling. Come on. Spit it out.
I know who it is. Believe me, I know that's probably a bit hard, but please. I
Amira will
can't
do.
necessarily say.
Why not?
Who's him?
Is it Abraxas?
No?
Is it your mom? Ugh. I fucking hate this guy. Can I kick him in the balls?
Lauren,
Whoa! Hold up. Let's not go there.
Lauren.
They're shriveled
you were
anyway,
Lauren.
darling.
You were about to finish your
Roll
sentence.
for torture.
That is.
You were about to finish your sentence, Lauren. What were you going to say? You can't say it.
Because magic exists to force you to do things or not do things. She should know, he will like slightly point up to you, Arant. You've been affected by it too.
What do you mean she's been affected by it?
Did she not tell you when she got her eye? She made a deal.
Mahari will look at Aranth. Aranth, is this just something that we'll talk about later, if at all?
Yes.
Okay, good. I trust her. I don't trust you.
Well, I mean, that's entirely fair. Like, truly, entirely, understandably fair. And I want to make sure you understand I know that that's fair. But at the same time, it's a little rude, don't you think?
Lauren, you called me a dog. You and me are way beyond rudeness.
Did I?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Now, above table, really quick, just so my memory, because this was a long time ago when Aranth lost her eyeball. Is she allowed to say who took it, or
Yeah.
was that part of? Oh, okay. So she knows. Okay.
The deal you had made as a reminder was to, at some point, completely undisclosed as to when and to what, you would do something for the individual who gave you the eye.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
And you are effectively subjected to Gios magic for it.
Okay.
Is Chaos magic common, Jericho, and stuff like this, like deal making?
Yeah, the concept of deals being reinforced by magic is certainly a known quantity. The most common one being, infernal deals with devils
Yeah.
and contracts they offer. More common magical deals that are backed through something like a Gios in Mekatar. Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge roll.
Okay.
Because that is a ritual, so it is inherently uncommon.
Oh, I thought Gios was a spell.
No, not in Pathfinder. 5e it is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Lauren, how much coin do you have? Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, Mahari, you are, even after all this time, not experienced enough in the act of making deals and that side of politics that you're not overtly familiar with it. You might have heard of it, but...
Oh, that is so on brand for Mahari.
Right.
He's a savage idiot who can wield the power of a deity, but that doesn't know jack shit about it.
I'm sorry, did you ask how much money I brought?
Yes.
Are you going to take it from me?
We're going to borrow you.
You're going to borrow me?
You for your coin, yes.
Are you going to let me down if I give it?
Well, it's still going to remain in your pockets. I just answer the fucking question.
Oh! Well, what do you need it for?
The fucking god, just answer the fucking question, motherfucker!
I
love
counted
this guy.
it recently.
Say we need one of the exclusive private rooms that we are searching for. Do you have enough to cover that?
Which ones do you think?
To have a discussion in, you fucking halfwit.
Which ones are? I
Uh,
know to have a discussion.
Amira.
They have different
Yeah.
rates.
Amira.
Amira will name like the closest one at a.
I should have enough to cover a visit.
Beautiful.
there.
Let's all go. We need to go now.
Can I get put down?
No.
I wanted to have
Can I
a
get in his-
conversation. I'm not going to run.
We can have
I
a
get in his face?
conversation.
Hi, Kasmi.
at
You
that
look
room.
great. By the way.
If you do not start talking to her with some fucking respect, I am gonna fucking kill you!
I mean, that one was a compliment.
What more respect
Even
do you
so, that's like-
want?
So I was
More.
actually, that
Do you
one,
want me to
that
call
one
her
was-
ma'am?
Yes.
It would be
Yes.
a start.
Actually.
It would be a start.
I was gonna look at like.
Although,
how-
given our history, I don't really expect that he would.
There's history you don't even fucking know about, bitch! You better...
Clearly.
That has to deal with the 200 years thing, right? Would you care to elaborate? Please?
We'll worry
We'll
about it when we get
elaborate
there.
when we get there. Yes.
My little
Thank you,
fucking
Amira.
eye is like... Now I'm starting to look like a weird eye, like a rant.
It's twitching. Look, I just...
So, speaking.
Let's just
well,
go.
okay. No, let's go. We're going. I can ask
As
this
you guys
question later.
march Lauren off to
Which is
one
great.
of these locations and, like rummage in his pocket for his coin purse, pull it out, and hand it to the individual at the front who is, for the fact that bombs just went off in the city and probably some of his customers just died in the middle of their conversations, looks remarkably calm and is taking this very well.
Honestly, like
Regular day in
Yeah.
Mekatar.
Would you care for a room today?
Yes,
Let's
please.
see, how many
As soon
you
as
are.
possible.
6 of you. We have one of our larger rooms available. Yes, we can. I'll show you that right away. And taking Lauren's coin purse will lead you all to a relatively spacious room, large enough for all of you to sit comfortably in at a table.
I want you to know, I'm imagining Solomon just carrying this man.
Oh,
in
I was.
a
Oh, yeah.
I think Solomon's still
absolutely.
bear hugging him.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Is there a
Solomon.
still on your shoulder also?
Yes, I was just
Yeah,
gonna say,
never
like,
mind.
he's still like bear hugging Lauren, and like her knees are probably like in his fucking face while she's still on Solomon's shoulders.
Assuming I can move and keep grappling him, otherwise I'll just
you know
whirling
what?
throw
Fuck
him
it. Why
constantly.
not? I'll allow it for
Whirling
this.
throw, ravenous charge, whirling throw, ravenous charge the whole way here. Oh.
So we just open the door to the room and just whirling throw his ass in there right into
Honestly,
the wall.
yeah, we can say he's like beaten up by all this if you want that to be how you bring him there.
Good, he needs to get real humble real fucking fast.
I
don't
like the
think
bear.
these
I like
can
the
be-
bear hug more, but mechanically, if it's not allowed.
No,
that's fine.
I'll allow it for this. Again, we're not in combat, so mechanics are a bit more wishy-washy because, we're here to have fun. So yeah, we can absolutely say you bear hug him across town and get him into one of these locations without much issue.
Rand's just chilling on the shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
just side saddling on his shoulders, and she just every time like she has a pointed remark, she just nudges him with the toe of her boot right in his face.
I'm trying to be as civil as possible here. I'm not
I'm
planning
not,
on running.
so- Well, we don't know that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know that.
Lauren,
I'm saying
Lauren,
it right now.
Lauren, you chose a
You-
very specific word. You can still teleport.
Okay, I'm not planning on teleporting. Does that help?
No, it doesn't.
No.
You are like the most prolific liar I have ever met, and I've met
Thank
a
you for
lot
that.
of fucking
I
people. A lot of
appreciate the
fucking.
compliment.
Shut up! I fucking hate you.
Amira,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
in these rooms, can people? Is it only through the door that they can exit?
That's a great question. Do I know do they have like secret exits if we need to skedaddle?
In this place, no. Some of
yeah.
like the really high-end ones might, but those are
Well-
like the sort of invite only. You have to be a
Yeah.
member to get in sorts
Okay,
of
yeah.
places.
I was more asking because this is a room that guarantees absolute privacy. Would that mean it has anti-teleportation runes carved into the walls, so people can't just
Like
go
anti-magic
invisible,
stuff?
teleport in, listen, then teleport out?
No. All they guarantee, like, this is a privacy space, so the room is soundproofed. All they guarantee is that they don't listen in and record your conversations like a lot of privacy places do.
Okay.
That's what makes this more expensive.
Which, I mean,
Nowhere,
fair
except,
enough.
again, like the really high-end places that you have to be a member for. Those are the only places that would have, like, full enchantments for absolute protection. Mekatar, information is king here, so what you
Yeah.
pay for is what you're gonna get.
Okay.
Can I be set down now that we're in here? The door's shut, I can't leave.
Put him in the chair.
Put him in the trash.
There's-
Fortunately, there's no trash can.
Someone,
I have an every need pack.
someone will reluctantly go over and drop him in a chair.
He'll reach out a hand for a handshake, it seems. By the way, nice to meet you. I don't think we've met before this. I'm Lauren.
He just stares at him dead in the eye, just waiting for someone to just say it's okay to go after him again.
I was told to be civil. I'm trying to do that. Do you not introduce yourselves?
By who?
Kashmi.
No.
to be nice.
No.
Wait. Hold on a minute.
I did not tell you to be civil or to be nice. I told you to be humble and have some fucking respect when you talk to that woman.
Is it respectful to ask for a handshake?
Wait, Lauren. Kashmi just said she never told you to be respectful. Who are you referring to?
I
You know,
inferred
He's
from
a
Kashmi
fucking
she
idiot.
was telling
I feel like
you
we're getting off track
to be
here.
Yeah.
He doesn't
respectful.
fucking listen. He doesn't tell the truth. He's fucking worth. I need a minute. Is there drinks?
You can order drinks if you'd like. There's not really drinks. Like, there's a cup of water for everyone already in the
Kashmi
room. But it kind of
Pulls out
breaks.
her Mary Poppins bag and starts digging in it to find something that's going to make her less likely to kill this motherfucker. Like, I am having a visceral physical reaction at his face on my screen. Like, I hate this motherfucker.
Oh, his face on your screen? Hold up. Let me, I can just...
No, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
In,
No.
just for you guys, check where your tokens are, and boom, he's here with you now.
Ah!
Look
Oh,
at that.
bitch.
hunchback. What a fucker.
What a
What
After I
a
dro-
fucker.
After he drops him in the chair, Solomon's just gonna reach up, pat around just to check on her, make sure she's okay.
Arantha's going to pat Solomon and then just hop down off of his shoulder.
Great, now
He,
that
he
we're
looks
here,
at the
we can have
hand that she can step
conversation.
on and then just lower her down.
And she accepts the hand.
Just elevator style. Just...
Yep.
So back to that 200 years thing. Would you please elaborate on that?
And she looks
Why
at
did
everybody
you-
else.
Why did he ask the questions?
Wait, Kashmi. Let Aranth, I mean, she has the most experience with this prick. Let her deal with him.
Unfortunately.
Um,
I'm gonna point my finger at him and say, "She is in control, motherfucker."
We are in control, thank you. Also, mechanic-wise, has an hour passed since my arena fight?
Yeah, an hour has passed since the arena fight.
Okay. So I have mechanic stuff that recharges after an hour, so just wanted to check.
Perfect.
Amira will nod when Aranth looks and say, I don't really like telling this man anything more than he needs to know, but I get the feeling he might need to know this.
She looks
Tell
at
him.
everybody
Would
else.
you believe me at all if I said I
No.
was on your side?
No!
I
Wait,
truly indeed want to help. Do none of you have magic for Ring of Truth? I know
Just
some of you are very accomplished casters. It should be something you could cast.
Well, I mean, Aranth does have, she does have Lie to Me, and she
Yeah.
also does have Charming Liar, so...
He's
Jericho,
more
can
asking
you-
for like magical truth guarantee.
Oh, well.
Jericho,
But
Well, even that's
still-
not guaranteed.
check.
Exactly. The truth is so fucking gray. You can say anything in the style of the truth.
With Ring of Truth, I think they just take like a -2 penalty, and then if they still crit succeed, then like a bell goes off if they're telling the truth.
Yes.
They can also just refuse to answer.
They
So that
can.
magic doesn't really...
well, Lauren's just being a shithead, and I don't think Jericho is telling us to use Ring of Truth. I think
Okay, well...
Lauren is
He was
being a shithead.
legitimately trying to suggest it, but...
Well, if he's legitimately trying to suggest it, can I legitimately suggest I cast Dominate on him to make him tell us the truth?
Oh shit.
I
Oh
have to
shit.
tell you, Rant, that was really fucking sexy. We don't have beef anymore. I forgive you.
As long as you don't force me to give you a specific name that I physically cannot give because I don't want to experience what happens when I try and give it, I
Does
will
your head get cut
acquiesce
off?
to being dominated by you, Aranth.
Wait,
Always.
Aranth, before you do that, Lauren, does your head get sliced off, or does something attempt to slice your head off when you try to reveal this name?
I wouldn't know. I haven't tried because I abide by the rules of a magical oath.
Have you seen other people try?
No. I mean, I've seen people attempt to break magical oaths before, typically just physically incapable of it. I haven't seen it tested between a magical oath and magical domination, so I don't know if it's possible, and if so, what might occur. I would just rather not be the test subject for it.
What is it your test subject for?
Again, other than that, Aranth, I'm always happy to be dominated by you.
This fucking
Mahari's gonna gag.
Unless he wants to get permanently, and unless he wants to get dominated prison style by Solomon, you should be careful.
You're just saying this because Carrion isn't here. Do you want me to still cast it?
If you want to go ahead and cast it for me.
Okay.
He is going to willingly fail this saving throw and let himself become controlled.
Okay.
Take all of his clothes off immediately.
This isn't a fan. This
God
isn't a
damn it.
stripper joint for you.
Wait, so he just regular
It
failed?
could
He didn't
be.
critically fail?
I just did a roll for him. It is a regular failure. So if he would like to, he can attempt to break free pretty much whenever. He won't necessarily succeed, but he can at least try.
So you can't issue an obviously self-destructive order.
Right,
Yeah.
so I can't tell him
You
to
can never do
legitimately
that.
kill himself. So, as much as we would want to, she
Typical
can't.
command restrictions.
Yeah, she can't really be like, I want you to go fall on Amira's sword right
Do
now.
you still do tattoos, though?
Remember, this spell, oh god, it does last until the next time you make daily prep.
I don't know.
But since it's a regular
So,
fail, he can still...
He can attempt to break free if you go to do something he would not like.
Okay. And Jericho, just to be specific, the spell only compels him to answer Arant's questions, not ours,
Well,
unless she tells him
He is
to answer
currently commanded by Aranth. Theoretically, what Aranth tells him to do, he has to do.
ours. Okay.
You've fallen victim to this spell before, so you have an understanding of
Yeah.
how it works.
I've fallen victim to this spell.
I think
I hate
everyone
this spell.
except Kashmi has.
Actually, I fell victim to dominate from Lawrence.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, Jericho,
I think
was it me that also got dominated by Lauren?
No.
It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
by
it was your
Lauren,
dad.
It wasn't by Lauren, but I got dominated at the tower, and I
Yeah.
pushed somebody off the tower.
Mahari and
Yeah,
Solomon
me!
both got dominated at the tower. So Aranth, he is under your control at this point.
So she's going to sit across from him at the table, and she's going to point to everybody while looking at him. What you're going to do is, anytime we ask you a question, you're going to answer every single one of us completely truthfully, without a hint of deceit.
Yes.
Wonderful. We're up to a fantastic start. Now, everybody, let's start in a circle.
And let's all beat him.
No. We're not
Okay.
doing that.
So, I'm assuming Aranth that you're going to go first.
I think I'll let you pets have some fun.
Okay.
So,
I do have a
Mahari?
question. Okay.
yes.
Lauren, do you know a being by the name of Nakressa?
I do.
Okay. Who's next? Or I can keep going. But I'm assuming it's one question per person as we go around the circle, so one person isn't just hogging it all.
Yeah.
Go next. Why the fuck did you fuck with my girl the way you did, motherfucker? Sorry.
Because we were attempting to help her reach her full potential. It's always been the plan.
And
Okay.
he really is just
Damn,
that much of a fucking creep.
I was gonna say, damn, man, he really is that much of a fucking simp. All right.
Okay.
You guys
man.
think it's so much worse, but no, he's just the simp NPC.
Okay. Amira?
Yeah. Amira will go next, and she's kind of like, she's still like really sulky right now. And she's kind of standing by the doorway, crossing her arms, glaring at Lauren, and she'll say, "If you make another body for a person like you were suggesting for Falfel and Lixil, does it bring their soul back, or is it just a empty shell,
We
albeit maybe?"
Create the husk. Bringing the soul back requires extra effort.
Any questions, Solomon?
When can I eat him?
A question for him, Solomon.
When can I eat you?
No.
I'd really rather you not. Sorry.
Okay, Aranth, we've come back to you.
Wait, I was the last one?
Yeah, we're doing
Okay.
a circle of questions.
Alright, and then in that case, I'll just ask, why would you let her be imprisoned?
Because my master had a debt to pay.
What kind of debt?
Sorry, the silence here is me trying to figure out how to answer this, not because he's actively pausing. Sorry, I actually need to check something real quick. Bad GM, I know, I gotta pull up notes.
No.
I swear I'm a professional GM, everybody.
I swear I'm a professional GM, I promise.
No, I like it when I foil the DM's
It's
plans.
in one
I know,
of the
right?
Word documents I don't currently have open.
We've already derailed the
Sorry.
campaign how many times? What's another one?
Let me see.
It just happens to be the spell that I picked today for today's level up, so it kind of worked out.
Nice, love it.
We picked all of our stuff based on Lauren.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, this is. Oh, goodness. I didn't even think that this is probably going to reveal something I didn't necessarily want to be revealed. Well, it's already known, theoretically, but. My master owed a debt from a few thousand years ago when they were first learning magic.
Oh. Oh. Oh! Oh no!
Who's the debt owed to?
I cannot say.
Is it your master?
Is
The
Lauren
debt is owed by my master.
To whom?
Cannot say.
You can't say.
say who the debt is owed to, and you can't say your master's name?
My master's name is Draven Morn.
Someone's
I
like,
knew I fucking hated you for a reason.
Okay, so sorry, is Draven Morn Aranth's dad? Or am I
No,
missing
that's
something
Valen.
here?
Valen is Rand's
Are
father.
you asking that question aloud, Amira?
No, that's
Okay.
that's above table.
I don't know who any of these people are, so carry on.
Yeah, I don't know who. Above table. I haven't the foggiest idea who
Okay.
Dravenmore is.
Yeah, then okay, well above table, like should Amira know this? Like to Nyx and Kim? Is this a name I should recognize?
This
I
is a
don't
name
recognize.
Kashmir recognizes. And
Oh, no.
actually a name that Aranth would recognize. I'm not sure if you remember above table, Aranth. Draven Morn was the name of the individual who gave you your eye.
Oh shit!
The one you made a deal with?
Yep.
well,
The Nosferatu that took her eyeball?
Mm-hmm.
I think
So that-
I think Amira will like. Sorry, go ahead, Solomon.
Nosferatu owed a debt to somebody? Or Nosferatu was the one collecting the debt?
No, the
Kashmir.
Nosferatu owed a debt to somebody.
Okay.
Kashmir, you now have your memories fully back, correct?
Yeah.
You know who Draven Morn is. You remember what he looked like all those thousands of years ago.
Or was this the memory she gave away?
No, it was not. I rolled for that already. It probably doesn't click until now, but you were there in Lead when you saw Lauren and Valen, Aranth's father. Valen looked exactly the same as you remember Draven Morn looking.
Oh boy.
Personas?
Told you your eye was gross.
It's
What
your
kind of-
dad's
Nyx's
eye.
face.
She's got a spirit in the background.
Oh. Lauren,
Yes?
Nacressa. What is she?
A monster.
What is she specifically aside from a monster? Is she a demigod?
She is an undead. I believe the common terminology for her breed are children of Urgathoa.
Did you call her a monster because of the breed of undead she is, or because of something she's done?
I called her a monster because of the breed of undead she is.
Is there
Oh, now
something?
he's
Is there something about the children that you find repulsive?
Yes.
What is that? What is it about them that is so repulsive to you?
Thereon death is given by a deity. It is not pure as the undeath provided by a regular mortal is.
But Mahari's going to look a little confused. Lauren, we all know, some would call it myth, but we all know it to be fact that undeath, it originally came from a deity. That's its origin.
Indeed. If you wish to have a philosophical debate, I'm happy to. I believe the others have questions more pertinent they would like answered, though.
Yes, they do.
What is your weakest save? What is it?
The constitution of my body is quite weak.
Yeah, 'cause you're a little
Yes.
bit.
Amira will pipe up again and say, is there any way for a person to know if they are one of these clones of yours, these recreated bodies?
Interesting. I'm gonna roll a die here.
Oh, fuck, we're all clones.
Well, that's what I'm trying to confirm or deny.
No.
You
And
were right,
I
too.
should say, I took a pause there to answer. Lauren took a pause to answer there.
Okay.
Not that I am aware of.
Amira just has one more question for him. These recreations of bodies, are they functional without souls?
In what regard do you ask if they are functional?
Can they walk, talk, think like we are right now? Feel?
They can walk, they can be puppeted to talk. They are incapable of any thought, though. They have a brain, but without a soul, the brain does not actively think. It lacks any form of sentience until a soul enters it.
If hosted by a soul, does anybody else have control?
Are you asking... Sorry, this is above table. Are you asking when a soul is actively in the body or when a soul isn't in the body?
If a soul is inside this puppet, so to speak, I know they have control over it, but does anybody else have control over it as well?
Ah, I see. No. Unless, of course, there is other magic at play, as with your domination, Aranth.
That's all Amira has for now.
Kim, you're muted.
She's probably
Thank
just
you.
yelling.
That's why I muted. What else does she need to know?
What do you mean?
Open-ended.
No, I know there's so much shit that he is holding back that he hasn't told you that you need to know.
The thing is, that's a subjective question, so he could literally
that's
say
a highly
anything.
subjective question. So he could truthfully answer nothing. Because from his perspective, there is nothing more she needs to know.
No, but if his ultimate goal is for her to reach her highest potential, then she needs to know everything.
I do think there is value in the question, even if he just ends up answering it like a dickhead.
I feel like
no,
a rephrased
that's
version,
exactly what it is.
might help. The way she has to like it, I feel like that's too easy to trick.
I can operate under the idea of you giving a differently phrased version if you would like, Kashmi, or if you want that to truly be what you are exactly asking. Happy to go with that as well.
My first question would be very open-ended.
Okay.
I think that there is a whole lot of shit that Lauren knows that this is his moment to be an asshole and like bring out some other nugget of fucking truth bullshit.
I have no further information that is necessary to Arant's growth.
If you guys are
You
looking to get
arrived-
revenge at others at the wedding, you can ask him where some of the other people are.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I think Aranth has some questions she wants to go for first.
You
I don't have anything,
arrived
so I'm just
here suspiciously quickly after the explosion, Lauren. Did you send those decoys? Or rather, the Amira decoy? And you were just checking in?
What reactions
your
does
work?
everyone have?
What do you mean?
I have gaping flesh.
That's
I
not gonna
have
do anything here.
reactive strike. I have iron command.
Is
Actually,
your
Like
I
weapon
take that back.
like
currently
physical
out,
reaction
Mahari?
or
Huh?
Oh, I
Is
also,
your weapon currently out?
Yes, it is. But I do
Okay.
not have iron command because my aura is not out.
Right.
I also have curse wounds.
No, I'm asking what actual like mechanical reactions do you have, Aranth? I don't think anything you have will help here.
I have recognize spell and resist magic. Those are the only reactions I have.
I have whammy potentially if he ends up
Interesting.
throwing something.
If overselling flourish.
I thought you were going to say Schadenfreude.
Actually, is Aranth like behind Solomon asking the questions, or is she up in his face in front of him?
I think like Lauren's on one side of the table, and I think Aranth sit just when she got down, she sat across from him.
Mahari would be by the door.
Okay.
Solomon's still by him, but he's not touching him right now because they said he wanted him to put him down.
Yeah. Mahari, would you roll a flat check for me, please?
Of course.
At
Music's
your
getting dramatic.
question, Aranth, about the decoy Amira, Lauren smiles at you. Well, I think that's enough for this conversation. Translocates away.
Fucking asshole.
He broke free from your domination a while ago, and I rolled a secret perception check for you to see if you noticed.
Oh
And
no.
you did not.
Wait,
Oh.
no, we have no idea what
I
he's
was
doing.
rolling his deception check against those of you who have lied to me, and I did not mention anything, so I either beat your guys' DCs, or he was being truthful the entire time. You also don't know when he broke free from your domination.
Fucking hate this asshole.
But Lauren has vanished. He was unfortunately a bit out of reach of your weapon there, Mahari, for a reactive strike. And with that, with Lauren teleporting away and some things to ruminate on, that's where we're going to end session for tonight.
Damn it!
I don't know why you guys don't let me kill him.
Yeah. Before we
I had him literally in my arms.
before we scatter for this session, when we meet up again, can one of the things we discuss is the possible use of the realm warp, or is that something we're just tabling?
I think that's. I mean, now that Lauren's gone, we can't do anything. So I imagine now that we have the private room to ourselves, we'll probably end up talking about that.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for showing up tonight. I do so
fuck
hope
you,
you
Jericho.
enjoy. We're going to try not to start this late
That's
next time as well. We're going to try and actually hit our normal start time. So I will see you all then. Have a good one.